Look at that. We're on.
There we go.
It is Thursday. It is from the barracks, and we're going to talk about all sorts of cool stuff. We might have some people joining on with us a little bit later on. But for right now, we have the man, the myth, the legend, the man with the shortest statue, but the biggest heart, Greg Paparazzi from Dead End Outfitters.
Good evening, everyone.
Of course, I am Joker from Players Wanted, and we're just going to do our typical line of talking about various stuff and all that good stuff. I'm going to try not to curse today. I'm going to really...
Really? You just said it, didn't you?
No, I didn't. I said shuff.
Ah.
I did not say the other word. So we'll see how long it lasts. Let's see if I can go for a new record. But as Thursday, we're going to talk about all the cool stuff that's happened over the past week. In this case, it was a little bit more like 10 days because we had to stream last Thursday because last weekend there was an event in Carlisle, South Carolina called Mayhem Mill. And let me tell you, that was one badass event put on by Lion Claw. The AO was absolutely fantastic. It was like my playground. It was a 1.5 million square foot mill or textile plant that was shut down. So there was stuff everywhere. There was definitely some pretty good, awesome moments that we're going to share tonight as like a sneak peek for stuff that hasn't been dropped yet, like we typically try to do. So there was that. Obviously, we got to see some more friends. One of the coldest times I've ever played in. It was Saturday morning going out there at 22 degrees outside.
Ooh.
My navigator saw something it never saw before.
Let me guess. Frost?
It was not frost, sir. It was straight up ice.
Oh, wow. All right.
Straight up ice on the windshield. It was pretty impressive.
Mm-hmm.
Sunday, actually, it took me an extra 10 minutes to go because, there's something that us Florida boys don't have inside their cars. Can anybody guess what it is? I'll give a hint. It's definitely an ice scraper. We did not have that. Not having an ice scraper meant that I had to wait there until the window started heating up enough to her. Saturday wasn't bad because it was like the passenger corner, like third. So I was like, let's keep hitting the windshield wiper fluid, and that was going down. Oh, and now look who it is.
Oh, welcome back.
It's a running theme that we.
Papa, what's going on?
What's up, Tats? It is always a running thing now that we started off with eating food.
Yeah. I got my
sushi
tacos.
See, he's got the right ideas.
My sushi's not here yet.
Bad, this audio.
Yeah, you were crackling a little bit there.
Let me see if I can fix this thing. Let me see.
Joker, don't trip again this time. Bringing your sushi back in.
Yeah,
by the way.
It was bad. Let me see if I can get out and come back in.
All right. We'll be here. So, so it was only like the third of the passenger side window the first day. So that was easy to go through. But second day I go out there, I was like, oh, that's frost all the way across the windshield. This ain't happening. But it was, let's see here. New tab.
Let's see.
I got to start sharing this everywhere.
Yes. I'm logged in. And
let's try this again.
A little better.
There we go. Are you doing? Are you live on TikTok right now? Also?
No, I did not go live on TikTok. I could try it again.
No, I didn't know if you needed me to watch it or not.
Is that your son about to talk trash again?
You heard him, Mark?
I heard him out there. He's just salty I got more kills than him.
What do you mean? You mean the speed softer with a knife? I miss you.
You don't need to be salty. They were salty enough for everybody.
I'll tell you what, Mark.
Yeah, we have a bunch of false accusations going on right now with
Hey,
us.
Mark. They were calling out to the refs saying that we were cheating, our whole group, and I said, "Can you explain to me what cheating is?" Right? He says, you have to give a little more descriptive of who's cheating.
Yeah.
All he say, she say, right? Usually when you know what I mean? They always resort to the last minute of calling people cheating with no proof,
Yep.
It's always like, and
I got you.
so I asked
All right, hold on one second.
oh, you got a video there?
Yeah.
I got you. You said doorway?
Oh yeah, this clip.
Fuck.
Totally blatant. Yeah, that was total blatant, Mark.
Yeah, hold on, wait. I'll. God damn it. Yeah. Who was cheating again? Who was cheating again?
It was guys. You don't know who it is. It's either guys on our team or the guys running with us, which is we had a lot of guys, and that's like be a little more descriptive, And he said the guys that were called out is big guys on the team. I said, what do you mean by big guys? So he went like this. He went like this, Mark. He went like this. Big guys like this. Like big stocky guys. I said, majority of the team is stocky, big and stocky.
Oh, wait a second. Hold on. This one was classic.
Oh, I know which one this is, right? No.
Yeah, so I put at least that one went right into his faceplate. That one hit off his helmet. And that one hit off his helmet too. And that one went right off his backpack.
Maybe he's with the guy from Miami who thinks that helmet shots don't count.
This one's great though. I love this one.
That's not even going to count.
Yeah. Was that the guy who pulled the pin after you shot him?
Like,
I love the fact that he fell though. That's kind of great.
I'll tell you what. We were pushing the one room in that long hallway, and there was a bunch of green dudes or civvies stuck in a room. So this dude is dead, and he already has a live grenade in his hand. And as soon as we breach it, the dead guy drops it, and he's like, "You're all out." I'm like, "No, they're not." So he proceeds to, bitch and complain, and we couldn't find an admin because, there's only maybe 3 admins on this huge ass AO.
Oh my god.
It was just horrible. And then
Papa, it was bad all weekend. The hit calling was the worst I've ever seen.
this one, yeah, this one pissed me off right here. This one is the one that really got to me. But they weren't supposed to make any noise, and they're like "Hooak, hooak," and then this dude, this big dude right here, turned around. So then I had to
Was them making the noise when you stabbed him?
Yeah, it was. And the fucked up thing was, it wasn't even the first guy stabbed. It was this fucking dude right here in the blue shirt that said it.
Now, you know me, so I'll ask the question. Do you feel like he did it on purpose to alert people? Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Because there was and then here's the other thing that comes up, right? Let me continue
Can I
playing.
ask you guys a question, just so I process what happened here? Those 3 guys were dead, right?
yeah.
So they never should have said anything, even though I knife killed them.
Well,
I guess the ref told them to come back to the closest.
yeah,
They were too far close to you.
Oh, we were doing that shit last night. So you notice they walked off after I killed them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they should have waited 5.
You mind hovering over me on me?
We're all clear.
No, hovering. If anything, you got to worry about the little white thing on the floor over there.
Come on,
Go on
man.
your phone. You can see it.
That was right in your-
Is it on YouTube or is it?
Facebook.
This is not up. This is not up yet. Oh, it's on YouTube and Facebook.
Oh, it's not up yet?
You talk about these videos?
Yeah.
No, this is the sneak peek.
No, I'm talking about the live stream.
Oh, the live stream's on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch.
Gotcha.
I just haven't shared it out yet. But
Oh, you are doing Twitch now. Okay.
yeah. Oh, I've been doing Twitch for months now.
Oh, were you?
And then Tats just went. Oh, bye bye.
Hold on.
Maybe.
Wife is texting me.
It's the one that for the meals.
Yeah, so like this guy too, this was in the pipes when we were doing one of our maneuvers where I actually stayed with you guys. He's got his deadlight on, and I shot him right in his plate carrier before he came out. And he's like, his response was, oh, I would have felt it. I was like, not if I shot you in your mag pouch, dude. He goes, this would have hurt. Not if I shot you in the mag pouch. I was like, I'm sorry, but you're wrong. You know? Let's see. This one was actually cool.
I'll tell you what, Mark. I didn't even go through all my footage yet.
Your deadlight's on! Your deadlight's on!
It's like you're mad at him.
Running out. I see him. Your deadlight's on! Your deadlight is on! Keep him pinned. Keep him pinned. It's all right.
I could be the one, but I think the guy's headlight might be on.
That's why we didn't open fire, guys.
Dude, you are fine. It's mine. I'm sorry.
It's all right. Appreciate you.
What did he say?
He said he apologized for keep having his deadline on. He totally forgot that he had it on. So I was like, all right, cool. That's this was my hallway of doom. This is where I wanted you guys to follow me to because of how nasty it is in here. I can't wait to get back.
Yeah, at the end, that's where we followed you, right, Mark? Or right around?
No, we never got that far.
Thank you.
That's why I learned a valuable lesson. You either need to keep a tether on Joker, otherwise he's going to get away.
That is
No.
true.
I have to find one of the videos that is like probably one of the funnier moments when we all stuck together, right? And we were going over. There's one part on day 2 where I said, you guys got to follow me. Trust me. And you're like, all of Dark Horse 6 turns the other direction and goes the other way. I literally turned to the other guy and go, and this is why I do so. This is why I become Lone Wolf. Because I was pushing all weekend. I had this.
Yeah, but everybody has to go with the squad leader, though. That's the whole
Yeah, well,
point.
you should have listened to your recon man that was in their fucking shit all weekend long.
See? And you broke it already.
You didn't tell me you were reclining.
Oh crap! All right, what is that? That's 13 minutes and 40 seconds.
And that's just the one I caught because it was 2 swears back to back, rather dramatic.
No, I got to give it to Mark, though. When Mark goes on his own, he gets work done. That's one thing I have to give it to him.
So, Tats, I don't know if you've ever heard me say this. I've said this about him to many people, and I've said it on the stream before, too. You don't expect him to be as good as he is. Looking at him, like, even when you're playing with him, you don't expect him to be as have the reaction time that he has, that actually have the skill and ability he has. He just doesn't strike you as that kind of player. And
He's pretty agile, and moving and everything.
I guarantee that's why so many people have an issue. Like, dude, I know I hit you, or there's no way you hit me, or things like that. Because you look at him, and you just don't expect, like, that just can't happen. You're like, it's just not going to happen.
But the funny thing is, Papa, they were saying that it's the big guys on the team. I said, majority of the team is all big guys, you know?
I'm gonna. Oh, I think I found it. I think it maybe.
It's just a blanket statement, you know. It's he say, she say.
Yeah.
Until you have footage, and I took a couple of Mark's footage, the early one that he posted, and I sent it to John Liu of the blatant cheating that was going on, you know. And then people claiming that we were cheating, but they have no video proof. And I told the COS, listen, tell them to get video footage, the whole clip, not an edited clip, a whole clip.
Yeah.
And then this way we can correct that, you know.
Yeah, well, like we did. So we did an after action review after Overwatch, for example.
Mm-hmm.
And the benefit of having something like that is for your squad, or even for the event promoter, whoever, where you can have that and you can say, okay, look, they're right. A lot of us were cheating, or a lot of our guys were cheating, or they weren't, or this was happening, that was happening, and you can fix it in the future. That's the benefit. But if you're just doing finger pointing, if I'm just pointing fingers and I'm just saying, because look, green will always say tan cheated, tan will always say green cheated. That's it. I mean, it's always going to be that way.
And it was there was definitely some stuff that was going on that wasn't on both sides, that wasn't kosher, right? I need to close that out. Oh, that helped out immensely. I didn't realize that Call of Duty was doing an update in the background. So I mean, there was a lot of stuff that was going on, but it's like I knew that day 2 they were going to come in hot and hard. And the reason why that was going to happen was because I camped their spawn on Friday night, and I want to talk a little bit about spawn camping, right?
Yeah, I do too.
So basically, Mark, you're the reason that pissed them off, so they're blaming us.
Welcome to going to a mill sim with Joker.
Maybe.
Always the reason. He is always the reason.
One of my key things that I love to do is I love to figure out all the ways to get behind the enemy to do flanking. Like when I was telling you guys, listen, I know which way to go. That you did it at the very end of the game. I was like, Steve, listen to me, and you're like, fine, I'm with you. I'm gonna do this, and we almost lost each other too.
You know why? Because I took the other side, covering your 6. So I had to make sure nobody was flanking us. You know what I'm saying? That's how I almost lost you. Then I actually ran back into you.
Yeah. So it's one of the things that I realized, like working with Dark Horse 6, wasn't, and it's not a bad thing, is that I'm used to the man behind me on my team, because I'm always the person that goes forward. Because I look at milsims from this perspective. Unless we only have one life, and we have to and then that we have to go all the way back to respawn on that, I have multiple lives, so I could be rezzed up. My goal is to push hard, push fast, right? Because if we keep moving, the likelihood of us getting caught from behind, or getting an ambush, something set up, it's all right. I don't mind being 5 or 6 body lengths ahead of somebody else.
You know how we get lost, Mark? I'll tell you exactly how we get lost, Mark. Okay, you like to just go forward, right? So me, I'm more of a tactician. So basically, if I'm number 2 guy behind you, okay, I'm gonna always be watching your 6. You go right, I'm gonna shoot left, cover your left side. Now, if you take off from that spot where you went, that's how I end up losing you. You have to let me know that you're moving. If you don't let me know you're moving, I'm gonna lose you. So when we roll together as my team, we let each other know, last man, we're moving out. So this way we leave no man behind. So that's why we never lone wolf. Our team, we do not lone wolf.
Oh, the only reason why I was lone wolfing too wasn't to be like a lone wolf. I was doing it mostly because I was I didn't want to stop. I didn't want to wait. I wanted to because I knew how they were setting up, right? I knew they weren't covering their rear and they weren't carrying the side, because their arrogance played very much into how the gameplay went, right? So
Mhm.
their arrogance that they could push into our spawn and everything else, because most of the guys that were not there Friday night didn't realize somebody like me was in their spawn. A couple of the guys that did get camped last night were turning around and doing just that. They were in our fucking stairwell. At least I let people get, oh, there we go, 20 minutes to first F-bomb.
Second.
I let people get 20 to 30 feet off of their spawn, and I hardly ever shot at them directly straight on. I always waited till they got past a certain point. And if it was one guy, I would take 3 shots, then aim to shoot. So it was one of those things to put BBs over their head. I wanted the engagements because I wanted the content. So, but if there's a group of like 3, 4, or 5, I would take out the first 2 guys and then put BBs over the heads of everybody else, forcing them to res their guys up and then come deal with me. So if they were just coming out of spawn, there was like on Friday night and on Saturday, if I wanted to camp their spawn, I could have made it to where they couldn't step 1 foot out of either one of those 2 doors.
Right.
There was an angle that I could have gone on that the only way they were going to be able to get out and play is if they went through that one room that was that other loading bay area that was in when we came up those stairs and came through that here. Hold on. I got it over here. It's going to look a little weird because I was trying to find the actual one, but here, let me share the screen again.
Papa, you should come down one game with Joker and run with us.
Yeah, it's so he's trying to get me to come down a lot. I want to. As it stands right now, my fiance and I don't live together.
Oh, okay.
And we see each other once a week, maybe. So when I run the field every other Saturday, we don't get to spend really any time together then. So then the next weekend is my time with her. Now, when we live together, which is not too far off, she'll be dying to get rid of me. So that'll be a different story. I'll be able to. But I go to some. I go to some of the events. I'd like to go to more if I could, but
yeah.
Everything
we'd
else.
We'd like to have you come down to Elkin.
Yeah, I told him about that one.
Yeah, he's
already.
coming. He said he's in. Yeah, he FaceTimed me the other day. And he goes, "Oh, I actually butt dial." I said, "No, you didn't. You actually wanted to see me." So he's gonna try to get Bulldog too.
So do you see this door right here? This is the door that we went into, Steve, right?
Yeah. Yes, that door. Yep.
So when you go up the stairs,
that's the dark area. We had guys up there with night vision holding that down right there.
Yeah. Well, we came up here.
Look at that.
I think this might be it.
That area is right. That one area to your left is pitch black.
Oh yeah, this is when you guys were with me.
Wow.
Yep.
So when all the Dark Horse 6 guys go up, they wanted to go through that over there. And is this it? It's either with Dark Horse or with the others.
Yeah, we had 2 other teams running with us.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, usually when we go to an event, we have like a large group just an squad going.
You guys came down from PA? Yeah,
PA, New Jersey, New York.
All right, I'm gonna find the other one because I want to find the spot because the beautiful comment that I said, and you wonder why I lone wolf is exactly what I said because I was like, we need to go this way, and you guys we're going this way. I was like, no, we need to go this way. Trust me.
You know what, Mark? One day I'm gonna lone wolf with you.
It's not even a matter of lone wolfing. I wish you guys would have followed. Because the devastation that we wreak, right? Because you follow the path on me. So we go across, we come through here. My goal was to try to protect that, was to get to that front door because we had to clear it out from the top side. So we come inside and screw them up.
Yeah.
And with me and 3 other guys, we did that. We came in from the top. We took out the guys up top. It was the Speedy Boys I kept running into all freaking weekend.
Yeah. Because I did see Damien take off with you. At one instance.
Yeah, at the start of the second Evo, which was Saturday morning, we went up and we were all working together. All of a sudden, it's like we got under fire, and then we went up to secure the top side and secure the area. And
We
next
were
thing you know,
downstairs.
and you guys were downstairs, and
Yes.
it's like, where'd everybody go? Then we stayed on first floor. You guys were in the basement, and then Damien and I got into that firefight, and we killed a lot of guys, like 6-7 guys or whatever. And then we're like clearing out, and then he was radioing to you guys because nobody was responding to me on comms because I didn't have a call sign that anybody would listen to.
Oh no, you had the perfect call sign. They didn't. That's why they didn't listen to you. They're like, "Oh, it's Joker again."
Because they thought he was joking around, Papa. Nobody took him seriously.
No, you don't think?
Ain't that that's a story of my life.
That's
My guys,
listen. I've tried to. It works against you. What works for you also works against you. I mean, such as many things in life with everyone. But you saying I don't intentionally go lone wolf doesn't make it okay. You actually do intentionally go lone wolf when you say let's all go left, and everybody else says,
"Oh no, that one
go right," and you go, "I'm out."
My sister's here. 1 second.
Oh, look, he runs out every time I
He's
I get a
ignoring
valid
you. You
point.
say that, right? He ignored you.
Yeah, he does. Oh, he does. It's okay. We're a wonderfully married couple. He and I. We are fantastic.
I know. I should see you guys on the podcast together.
Yeah. He and I talk actually. Like we talk in a 7-day week. We talk at least 6 times throughout the week. Yeah.
Oh, you guys are tight then, huh?
Yeah. And we probably talk, honestly, if we have a conversation that lasts less than 30 minutes, it's because one of us got another call or something. We talk about everything. Yeah.
Nothing like good friends,
And the funny thing is, Joe and I have only known each other, like maybe I think going on like 7 months, maybe a little bit longer than that, maybe. We haven't known each other that long. We just click. It just happened to be that way.
Same thing with me and Joker too. Same thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's he's a good dude.
We just have a good time when we're together with him, Wiener, and oh my God. If I gotta tell you what they did in my room at the American Muslim game, oh my God, they almost collapsed the freaking bed in there.
Wiener's a trip.
Picture Bulldog come flying across the room, dropping an elbow on Sebastian. Oh
I can't picture Bulldog moving that fast.
Oh my God! Seriously, Pop. It was a pile-on. It was my son, Sebastian, on the bed. Those two were getting it on the bed. Next thing you know, we the piles on top. And then that's when everything happens.
Yeah, I this hit record on this one. I love Wiener. That's right. I said it out loud. No, Rob he's awesome guy. Really is fantastic guy. True of heart too. Very true of heart.
Yeah,
he'll be there for you. Very sincere. No matter how many jokes he'll make, he's always going to be sincere with you.
absolutely.
Such as it's good to find that kind of stuff. I was thinking about something today, Joe. I knew we were, I knew one of the topics today was cheaters and things like that, right? Mm-hmm. And it got me thinking a little bit, my feelings and my philosophies and everything about the sport, how I feel about it, and without getting religious, right? There is a quote that says, be in this world, but don't be of this world, right? And it really made me think about, I related that to airsoft as a whole. And, what we can teach the new players coming up, and even the ones that have been in for a while, is that, look, start with cheating. Just because someone else is, doesn't mean you have to in retaliation. If they're not calling their hit and they shoot you back, then call your hit. Don't not take it because they didn't call it. You maintain your level of integrity. You maintain your character. You worry about you. Be of be in the world, play the sport, be part of airsoft, but don't be of that whole the stereotype and the whole, don't be of that. Set the standard, raise the bar some, and eventually, if you raise the bar enough and enough people around you raise the bar enough, everyone else will either have to fall to the side or climb up. There is no layback at that point. And that's obviously, that's what we're trying to do together. You and I are trying to do that.
Yeah.
I'm trying to do that in the field. Tiny and I work very, 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 very hard to make that happen. I haven't had any of the comments open, by the way. Damn it. It's
I'm only seeing a little bit of comments here, and it's only coming in from
Nick had 1,000 comments, and they all came from YouTube. So you might want to check some of the.
That's Jason's son.
Yeah, I don't see anything coming from Facebook.
All right, so
but I think a lot has to do with culture too. It's the culture, and then on top of that, it's the style of play too. You have Milson, then you got speedballers. You know what I mean? The culture.
Well, I think you can. I think we can grow that, and we'll talk some more about it. I know Joker's got videos he wants to get through, but
I can't hear you. The audio, as soon as you popped that video, and the audio went.
Oh,
really?
Yeah.
Really? Much better. Okay, now I can hear you.
Strange.
Yeah, for some reason, when the video goes on, the audio starts to garble.
Oh, wow. Well,
interesting. Yeah, do you think, Joe?
Figured you'd like this one. This was a really good, awesome moment in airsoft.
Yeah.
Right side, right side. Right side doorway. Where's your shit? Right here.
Yep, there goes shoot. Yep.
You're up. 3, 2, 1, go.
So, that was also a missed opportunity. Somebody should have been inside the bucket. Somebody should have been inside the bucket. If somebody would have been in the bucket and we would have charged through and then just let it go, and it goes rolling.
Oh my God!
When we go back, we need to make a train.
I tell you what, whoever would have been in that bucket would have drew the attention. So you guys would have snuck in left or right.
Oh no, dude! Next time we go there, we have to do that whole. We're gonna do that pain train, and we're gonna have somebody with grenades inside there, so they can just do this. Right side, woo!
Fire in the hole.
Because it was a missed opportunity, but it was a badass opportunity at the same time. So
that was great footage too.
Yeah, that was. Then shortly after that, my gun goes down. So that so Papa, I did opt to stay with Dark Horse 6 all day Saturday, right? Then the gun dies.
Yes, his gun dies.
You think? I got proof. I was waiting for you to say some crap. I was pissed off, man.
His gun did go down. He had to take out his blue gun. When he brought that, I said, "What the hell is that?"
And then I shot it, and he's like, "Ooh."
It actually shot nice, though. I have to say.
Yeah, that's actually one of our custom guns.
Oh, is it?
That's the Indestructible line. Yeah. That's it. That was just it was a fun gun to build. The internals are the same as our Vici line, which is our Block 2, our Mark 18.
Is there a Spectre in it?
No. So I was actually going to ask you if you wanted wanted to talk to you about the Spectre because I saw you. I see you run a line.
No, he doesn't.
Oh, you don't run an HPA. I thought you ran an HPA line.
No, he runs the 32 gram one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Oh, all right. So you're running you're running
The Polestar.
See, the reason why I don't run I opted not to build on the 33 grams is it's not as efficient. So and they cost so much more comparatively speaking. So you take a 33 gram CO2 cartridge versus a 12 gram, and my 12 grams you'll get about 200 shots. A 33 gram, you would figure you would get 600 shots, but you don't. And they actually cost more than 3 times as much.
Yeah.
And that was one of the reasons why I opted to. And then as fast as you can change the 12 grams, it just didn't make any sense to even bother with it. I could change a 12 gram faster than I can change a mag.
Oh, yeah, it's quick. I just take my buttstock off and just unscrew it, pop a new one in, I'm back in.
I do. I played both Evos the entire day Saturday for Overwatch with a Spectre, and I only used 8 CO2 cartridges.
8?
8. That's it.
12 gram?
Of the 12 gram, yeah.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah. Well, the gun shoots.
I'm pretty good with trigger control, so
yeah.
For the whole weekend, I'll burn with 33. I'll burn like maybe for the whole weekend from Friday night till Sunday, maybe about 6.
Yeah, that's probably about right. Yeah. And did you get a chance? Did you get a chance to shoot one of the Spectres?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
What'd you think?
I actually think the blue one felt nicer. Trigger wise.
Like the Indio.
Yeah.
The Indio is that's an AEG. That's not HPA. The Spectre
got a nice snap to it.
Well, wait till the new version. There's the new version. All of our new upper echelon guns all come with brushless motors. Brushless, yeah. So it's a high torque brushless motor. The high torque runs 53,000 RPMs. That's the torque. And it's got 13-to-1 gear set in it, super shooter gear set.
What do you use? Siege Tech gears?
Nope. A super shooter actually. Super shooter has their I can get you. I grabbed some and I'll show you. They're actually independent axles. So the spur gear and the sector gear both have a slide through axle that sit on a bearing. So they're multi-pieced. It's not like one forged piece or
right.
And so smooth, so smooth. They're CNC, everything is CNC'd, and they're whisper quiet, fantastic. Siege Tech is good. I can't take it. Look, you can't break a Siege Tech with a Mack truck. I mean, you can't take anything away from that. My problem with Siege Tech is the cost.
Yeah.
They are.
I used to tech when we used to run AEGs. I used to tech myself. I've tech with Siege Tech gears, Low and X, a couple other brands I can't remember offhand, but I think Siege Tech is probably the best one out of all of them, in my opinion.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
Do you want to see how my great on the field tech work to try to get the gun to work?
Throws it on the floor.
Oh.
What do you think? It's a TV?
Okay.
Oh my God. It's Siege Tech are like
that's great.
Siege Tech are like the Bugatti. Right? They're way up here, and nothing's even close to them. But that's having a Bugatti, that's great, but are you good with Are you good with a Beamer? Are you good with a Benz? Do what? Like, if you don't need that, can you come down to here and you're still going to get the performance? It's not. There are some like rocket gears I'm not a fan of. I've actually had some. I've broken posts and things like that, and watched teeth come flying off.
Wow, that's tearing it up.
Oh yeah, for sure. And when you're doing a high stress build, which look, a brushless motor will cause high stress, and when you're doing that, and all of my guns have active braking,
right?
And none of them have. All my active braking guns don't have anti-reverse latches.
Really?
So yeah. Well, it keeps it from the possibility of a rollback, as well as
One of your problems of it being what you call it, not resetting correctly, though.
Nope, because the MOSFET, the fire control system, actually allows it to stops on cycle, and as long as you program your anti-reverse or your active braking right, it stops on a dime.
Gotcha.
Yep. Yeah, we put a lot of time and effort into the line of guns that we have out now. There was one that Joker didn't get to bring with. Wait, no, I didn't send you with the VD, right? You didn't take VD with you, did you?
Oh, so you actually?
What's that?
You actually?
Say it again.
Do you actually build the guns?
Yes. Yeah. I am head of the of DEO's Skunk Works division.
Gotcha. Yeah,
Yep.
We went away from it, from AEGs. We went away from it. I would probably say about 7 years ago. We've been running HPA since. I've been running HPA for about 9 years. So I'm like the first one on the team who started running HPA. And then, everybody started getting tired of their gears going down. Because I guess back then, the, quality wasn't as good,
Sure.
Gear-wise. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and people have asked me, all the time, what's, which is better? What can you do? And the truth is, I mean, each has their pros and cons.
I'll tell you what, my HPA, my main HPA gun, it has the actual line. That is my oldest one. It's a fusion engine. And that engine has only been cleaned one time. It didn't even need a cleaning.
Wow.
Yeah, I swear on my mother's grave, I only cleaned it once. Once I took it apart, I started having leaking issues. I didn't realize that once I took it apart, the solenoids has little O-rings. They're already compressed. I had to get new O-rings. Once I replaced the O-rings, I was fine again.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's key right there with HPA, making sure everything is sealed.
Yes.
If everything's sealed, you've got all day long. You'll run smooth all day long. I really like the Wolverine's Inferno engine. And
PWs and stuff like that.
I actually prefer the Spartan edition because it's programmable by the trigger, so there's no board. It's a single unit, and you program it from the trigger. A lot less. I'm doing it tomorrow. You don't have to say it. I knew it. I knew where he was going.
Is that chopsticks in his hand?
Yes. Yeah, he's eating sushi. Thursday night is sushi night. Did you get a chance to see the Veritas that he broke?
That was the one that was broken.
Yeah. So I sent him out with a different body, and in transit that body broke. So
it transferred from the back of the truck to the table where I tripped over the freaking trailer hitch, and lightly tapped it on the table, and the fucking thing broke into 15 pieces. Really, too.
It wasn't supposed to be a demo version. You're like, just send it with me anyhow. All right, fine. It wasn't a demo.
I want to show off.
Yeah, I do too, but I want to show. That's like showing a car with no motor.
So,
anyway,
I want to talk about the event a little bit more.
Go ahead. No.
So, remember how they were mad at me that they were mad that I was camping, right?
Oh, Mishka,
Yes.
by the way.
Oh,
Mishka, good.
Pissed, Mark.
Oh yeah. Well, I don't think you realize, but when we went in, they were already camping our spawn, and I didn't realize it until I saw this, and realized this was actually second Evo right at the stop. Whoops. Hold on. It was the two guys in the yellow. The two guys in the yellow Hawaiian shirts were right at our spawn, right at our doorway, and I was kind of pissed off because right away.
Quit.
In case you missed it, you actually heard that his plate carrier getting smacked. Did you hear that? Wait.
Hit. Hit.
He was getting lit up by your team there. And on a side note, I wanted to steal this entire sheet of metal right here.
Any particular reason?
That's the shit we were using for the bug.
Medic.
Now he calls it. So I shot his ass right
Oh, God.
there. It went right under the pipes. It got him right in his side.
Uh-huh.
And he didn't want to call it there. I then shot him right there. You could actually see the BB about to smack the middle of his plate carrier. Mishka. Oh, Jesus Christ.
we will not address that comment and move on to metal.
All right, so let's see. Some of the other. This one was another one that hurt a lot. This is the one where.
Hit.
So right there, I hit him right in the face.
He didn't call it, huh?
No, because he disappeared. We threw a grenade at him and everything. And he's gone. That was that right there.
That one hurt.
Where'd you get hit? That it
Did I
hurt?
hit you?
Right here in the temple.
Oh, that's where you got that. Oh, okay.
DEA?
Yeah.
What's the big?
Shot
So
it friendly.
Well, we thought it was the big guy that he shot me in the temple. Man, I was
Yeah.
going for revenge. You notice how low I was shooting?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was a nice welt on your temple.
Yeah.
That
That
was a
one.
nice size welt.
Here's another fun one. There's a nice little cartel member. He's looking around like, who's shooting me?
Yeah, that's that one. That's that psychological no call hit. I can't. There's no way I'm getting hit. There's nobody around to be hitting me.
Yeah,
I had no
right in the
sympathy.
doorway.
I had no sympathy for this dude in the doorway.
Sorry, man.
I tell you what, AO was cool.
The AO looks awesome. I'd love to play there.
All right, thank you.
And let's see here. Oh, here's the one where they were pissed off. See, hold on. Let me. Ooh. To give an idea, so see that beige pipe right there?
Uh-huh.
That's about 40 feet away from their spawn point, which is all that black shadow all the way in the back.
Okay.
All right. So I'm only shooting at people when they get up to that point.
Is this is getting to be our segue?
Never should have peeked your head out, kid.
Which is where we're going to get back to that part.
Yes, Mishka, by the way, you did make that politically incorrect.
Hey, what's up, Purdue?
Yeah, I still got to offload all my footage too. I didn't get a chance to do any of that.
By the way, Joker, I'm watching the. I got.
Hold up. Did you hear that?
You still have a 5-minute bleed out.
Because they're walking back into spawn after getting shot immediately.
Oh yeah, I had to tell a few guys the same thing. You guys have to bleed out before you can get up and move.
You're good.
So what does that sound like to you? That sounded like full auto.
Oh,
Can you replay that again? Well, you got to remember there was a lot of speedballers there, so they were probably trigger ramping.
Those weren't speedballers that I was engaging with. Those were all the guys that were mill simmers.
Play it again.
Oh shit! I shot that. I'll put it back in a sec.
It sounded like trigger ramping, right?
Yeah, I didn't quite sound like full auto.
Yeah, because full auto you would hear consistent, you know?
Yeah, it's a rhythm.
Yeah. You have to listen to the gunfire, not the impacts on the mirror on the window.
I got you. You're good.
I can't hear it.
Yeah, it's hard to tell.
That's fine. I mean, it didn't matter because I didn't get shot. So they were getting so mad because they didn't realize there's a bowling ball size hole in that plexiglass. So when I would stand up, I'd have my gut put aside and I expose my head so they'd shoot my head and I was lean down and shoot them through the hole.
So they're claiming that they hit you, right?
No, they kept calling me Dooney. They go, how the fuck is he shooting me through that glass? None of them were mad about that. That was a nut shot.
How big was this inside? How big was it?
1.5 million square feet.
Oh my god!
Hey, you got 5-minute bleed out.
Second time it happened.
1.5 million.
Not my problem. Get me out of here.
Yeah. Well, tell me when we're going to talk about it.
Right, in just a second. Should be happening any second now.
They could not figure out that hole was there, huh?
Nope.
It was a tough AO, Papa, because there's a lot of machinery in there.
Uh-huh.
There are people hiding in nooks and crannies there. You wouldn't even know they're there.
That's awesome, though. I would have loved to be there.
Yeah, that AO tests your ability. So you have to be, head on.
See how big that hole is?
Hit. Whoa. Dude. First time somebody says hit, you're supposed to stop shooting. Oh, poor baby. Yeah, overshot. Oh, did I make you mad? I'm not gonna shoot on. I've been sitting here waiting for you guys to come push. If you didn't have to overshoot me though, bro.
Wait for it. Wait for it.
Oh, poor baby. Doesn't give you a right to overshoot somebody though. Hey, dude. Oh yes, dude. Sorry. The red light's fucking flashing. Oh, poor baby.
I literally cut the corner in. Hey, next person who talks shit is back to the parking lot. Yeah, it's in the car. You're not doing nothing but nice. Okay, don't. Just don't. I'm just gonna fucking walk out. What the fuck happened?
I got overshot while dead.
Game's almost over. Just go ahead and head back.
Thank you. I don't want to be accused of cheating. Clear my gun.
All right. Let's talk about the spawn camping now.
Okay. You know what? So you and I have talked about this. So I before I say anything, I'd like to. I want to hear anybody either in the chat or text. Tell me your thoughts. First of all, what do you consider spawn camping, and your thoughts on it? Also, by the way, I don't know if I'm lagging at all. I'm trying to watch the Facebook stream, so I can answer any chats because they're not coming.
You don't
through.
have to watch it. You can pause it, and the chats will still fly.
Oh, that's
Well,
right.
In my opinion, spawn camping is legal. So you, as a Milsim, this is supposed to be a Milsim event, right?
Mhm.
So you have to try to figure out another way to get out of
Hold
spawn.
on. Before we go that way and we start talking about this in depth, I want to share something else for perspective. For those that you don't know, that's our spawn point right down in that hole. Oh wait,
You're not showing us anything.
for perspective, that doorway right there is our spawn in.
This is literally. This is literally our respawn. This is literally respawn. This is respawn.
You guys are a little close.
No, we didn't know.
All right. Just so you know, it's called Turnabout's Fair Play because they're literally inside of where our spawn is. You have all sorts of cartel members camping the fucking stairwell.
Okay.
So
Well,
it
let them know. Let the admins know and stuff like that. That's one of the things that makes a dick move out of everybody. Both sides are doing it, of course. But it's just like we've not done that. We've been playing an open area and having a good old time with everybody.
Well, that's why I had fun all the time because I was the only one back there.
Yeah.
I got to engage in 2 entire squads.
Yeah.
So.
But
Close that out. Stop sharing. Okay, go. I wanted to give the perspective of what happened the very next day.
I missed the whole conversation on the audio on that clip.
So yeah.
That was all right. To give context for that, the reason why I put that camping was because that was my day 2. After they camped us in the stairwell, I said, fuck you. I went over to their side and did my hallway of doom all over again and took on 3 complete squads, knocking people out left and right. That's when Fat Ninja's like, you got me right in the sweet meat. And it was just me. And the guy got pissed off. He goes, that's a dick move camping our spawn. I was like, that's not my problem. You guys have guys literally in the stairwell. At least I'm letting you get off the spawn.
Mhm.
That was my argument. It's like, I let you guys get out. But
Okay, in my opinion, in Milsom vets, spawn camping is legal. You have to figure out a way to go or get around it. You know what I mean? Because there's multiple ways you can get out of, especially big AOs like that. You tell me you can't get out of there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I tell you what, because they've done it to us at Elkin many times. So what we had to do is we had to try to figure out how to get around it. And if we had to forcefully try to get out, that's what we had to do, you know?
Yeah, Miska said it in the chat. Spawn camping is a failure to advance. If you look, if I'm so good, or my squad's so good, my team's so good that I can get so far up to your respawn, and it's unprotected, that's your fault, not mine.
Absolutely.
I'm not. Look, I'm not a gamer. And I've been in airsoft for about 7 years, so I'm not an old timer. I'm somewhere in between. But I feel this way on the field unless when Tiny's running games, if he specifically states something about no spawn camping or anything like that, I don't believe it that it's a thing. If you're stuck in the spawn and can't get out, that's on you. That's not the people cornering you.
Joker, you can't go behind Yeti base. Fine.
Yeah.
And that's acceptable, right? That's acceptable because I want to have people have the ability to get out. I want people to engage. When I'm there, yes, I'm there to play, but I'm also there to generate content.
Right.
So I generated content because I'm in a spot where they did not expect me to be. They're literally coming out of their spawn onto a hot AO with their guns down. One dude was looking at his fucking phone. And then I shot him in the pee-pee.
So, in any other sport, there's no such thing as this. If you look at boxing, for example, 2 fighters in the middle of the ring. If one fighter backs all the way up and he's getting his ass beat in the corner, he's got to punch his way out. Unless they hug, unless they grab, then they get separated. You get on the ropes, you got to punch your way out, man. That's all there is to it.
Mm-hmm. And they had 3 major exfil points or infill points from their spawn. They had one doorway that was clear as day. They had another doorway that was a little bit further down, like maybe about 30, 40 feet or so, which in airsoft, at the engagements that we're going in, that could have been at the range. It wasn't outside my range, but it could have been outside the range of a typical AEG or something like that. Mm-hmm. What they could have done is that one person could have kicked open the door and 2 guys could have put a lane of fire down using the door as cover while the rest of them ran down the wallway away from me, which ultimately happened a few times. I just didn't clip it because it's boring because you can't see them. It's too dark or whatever. The other major point was there's an opening that goes outside and it goes right to their next loading dock area, which I can't see at all.
Mm-hmm.
So they could have gone out that way. There was also a stairwell that went up. They could have gone up, come back around, come back down again. And
you said it before, and Mishka just said it also in the chat. Yes, I get it that it's about having fun too. When we talked about, if one team is losing so dramatic, so bad, you give them an advantage. If it's to enhance the fun, I'm all about that. If you're playing an event where it's truly a simulation, and you have an expectation that your team is going to behave a certain way, then let them play it out. Yes, I understand the fun factor and everybody wants to play. Sure. but not everybody gets a trophy in this world.
True, but now if I could understand if I had a squad or 2 or 3 camping that spot, that would be a dick move. Even if it's 4 guys, it's not a dick move. It's my guys did what was right. We flanked you, and the problem was that that cartel thought they had the game on lock. That's why they were walking out with their guns down. The one time I walked out of our spawn on Evo 3 with my gun down, I got shot in the thigh, but I was walking to the bathroom, and I said, because somebody goes, "Where's the bathroom?" And I was like, "Oh, the bathroom's over here. I'll show you where the bathroom is." And then I think Augie or something goes, "Joker, where you going?" I said, "I'm going to the bathroom." I went like that, and I got shot in the fucking because bathrooms were on the AO, and they're out of play. So then 4 of us walk into the bathrooms, right? I didn't put my deadlight on because I'm going to take a piss. Next thing you know, as I'm taking my leak, here comes a grenade into the bathroom and explodes. There was a dude on the toilet, and the only thing you heard was kerplunk. And I was like, okay. And you can mute that, right, Papa?
It's not me.
Oh, I must be coming through on Tat's side. All right.
What's that?
I can hear somebody. It's not a big deal. So, and then then one guy goes, "Man, you got to take a shit." I was like, "I don't need to shit anymore, but I need to change pants." So then they come in tactically behind that, and I'm still taking a leak. And I said, "What the fuck are you doing?" And they go, "Well, you guys came in here." I was like, "Yeah, it's a bathroom. How am I supposed to know it's a bathroom? I done pissing, zip my pants up, go outside." I was like, "Do you see the big tent down the door? Do you see the men's sign right here? Do you see the restroom sign out in front?" I was like, "This is a bathroom. They're out of play." And he goes, "Why is your deadlight on?" "Because I don't need my deadlight on. I'm in the fucking pisser."
That's the problem. They don't read the warning. And came into also with a player with they're running the cameras. They don't tape their cameras. You know what I mean? How long these guys been playing? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And they don't tape their camems. The lights blinking, so when you're in the dark area, it's very deceiving.
Oh yeah.
You know?
Yeah. It really made you think that this guy's dead, or this guy's alive, or this
because
guy's
if you would have shot him, if he's literally dead, if you would have shot him, what are you shooting me for? I could turn around and say, I don't know, you didn't cover your camera, right? Yep. And then on the other side is they use it as a deterrent to, you know what I'm saying, to shield themselves, to make, it's sometimes they cheat like that, you know what I mean? They do that on purpose.
I've never quite understood, and I don't know, all kidding aside, I don't know if it comes from the fact that I am not as big as other players. My whole life I've been a little under height, so I try harder. There are I can't cut corners, I can't slack off because I have to try harder to do things. When I was in the Army, my legs aren't quite the same stride as Joker's stride. I have to move faster. So maybe that's why I don't understand, and I have a hard time understanding the cutting of corners or people trying to, doing those little things. Look, if your gun's not shooting the jewels it's supposed to shoot, then it doesn't shoot the jewels it's supposed to shoot. Go retune it. Whatever that would do, or don't. And if it's HPA, don't turn it down. And then when you get on the field, turn it up. Don't just play with what you've got. Learn your tools. Do all of those kind of things. That's such a big deal to me with all this, because a level playing field. John Spaz, who used to run op before I took it over, he used to tell all the players, all the kids when they would come on, that the player makes the gun, not the gun doesn't make the player, right? And he would prove it. He would play with springers and all sorts of stuff. You get out there, you play with, as long as the gun shoots a minimum distance, 75 feet, something like that, then it's all about your personal physical ability. It's not the gun.
Oh, absolutely.
If you get a better gun, then if you're a great player and then you get a better gun,
it makes you a better player.
Right, even better. But you can't be a shit player and try to cut corners and cheat this way and that way and not that doesn't make fun. That's like cheating at golf.
Well, it's also, Papa, when
Okay.
they see a team, another problem is when they see a certain team come on the field, they also feel intimidated, so they got to cut corners to try to get on that level,
Yeah. Tiny tells a story where I did it one time, and I admit to it. And it's the last time I ever did it. We were at America, 3 years ago, I guess it was, 3-4 years, whatever. And we all went up and we went in and we got.
Thanks, Ice Fox.
We got into an engagement, and I was actually running a micro gun, 4-barrel micro gun with all 4 barrels were patched, so they were all hopped, right? So it's not like it wasn't hitting its target. We get up and we're spraying these guys down, and none of them are calling their hits, right? We're getting shot from every direction. We're getting overshot, all kinds of. We're all calling ours. So I called all my guys off the field. I said, "All right, come here," and I said, "Everybody, take your patches off." Right, so it could be identified. Everybody took their patches off. And I'm like, if you can turn a gun up, let's go. And
as soon as you say, take your patches off, some bad shit's about to go down.
That was the one and only time I ever did it, and I'm not saying like I'm proud of it. I'm not saying that it's a good example. Nothing. I'll never do it again, because it was a weak moment as far as I'm concerned. But we went out there and did because we were all so upset, and we were trying to level that playing ground, that playing field. And if I could go back, I would go back and take it back. I would just fight them better. I wouldn't stoop to their level. I would fight them better. But you have people who don't learn from that lesson, who do continue to do that. That I'm not calling my hit because he's not calling his. Or he didn't actually see me get hit, so I'm not going to call my hit.
So here was a cool moment. These were the 3 speedy boys that gave me the most problems, like most challenge, not problems in a bad way. These guys were a legit challenge to my abilities because I kept fucking running into them each way I went. They had a similar mindset. So I realized there was a mistake happened, that I shot them in a bathroom and they shot at me out of a bathroom. So we decided to do a parlay and just reset.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I remember you telling me about this. Yeah.
Good hit.
It's right about here I realized that they're in the bathroom.
Wait a second, you guys. Coming in, hold on. You guys are not allowed to use the bathrooms for cover.
No, we're not. We were coming out of the bathroom. We were coming.
Oh.
Yeah, we were using the bathroom. I heard you.
Well, how about this? Take that off. Give me 3 minutes to walk away.
Oh, okay.
Because because
why were they live in the bathroom to begin with?
Yeah, because I'm not allowed to shoot. We're not allowed to shoot in the bathroom. So is that straight? All right.
Yeah. We were literally coming out of the bathroom, but I heard you coming, and I was like,
I heard you guys right there too. So I was like, yeah, you actually.
They knew. It's funny. You admitted you were wrong, but they knew they were wrong.
No, it was one of those things of it happened like that. But these guys were fair players all weekend long. So I'm not bashing them at all. So I go and I run away. And
run away.
I do, because it's 3 minutes, right? And I was like, let me find a spot to hide.
Did you feel they were fisting each other in the bathroom?
So I hide, and then they legit gave me 3 minutes, and then here they come. Now watch this shit. Turn down that annoying buzz. I promised I wasn't going to shoot him. So I promised I wasn't going to shoot him. I upheld my end of the bargain, right? So then I get back to my hunting. And what I was hunting for was drugs. Oh, wait, shit. What number was that? 171? All right. So here's the funny thing about that, right? Oh, come on.
Spawn was outside.
So you notice, where the hell did Greg go? Can't hear you, Tom. You're
You probably hit the wrong button.
I didn't touch anything on him. Anyways, remember this is our how this is where we came in at, right?
Mm-hmm.
I hear all the talking. There's a dead DEA agent walking away. Yeah, Josh, I'll address that in a second.
Oh, nice kill. You got home.
Your spawn's outside.
Wait, oh shit. I hit the wrong button.
So they thought that was their spawn?
Your spawn's outside. Then that's my bad. Huh? Yeah.
Yeah, we're just reporting you now.
Oh, that's fine. Joker players want no. Seriously, guys, our spawn was outside, and that's where we thought it was. Oh, that's totally my. Oh, guys, that's my fault because there was actually somebody that was doing like where I was at on the other side, so I was like, okay, I'll meander my way over. So that's my bad. I truly apologize.
It's understandable. It's totally fine. Totally fine.
Huh? I'm from the south. Oh, then he deserved to get shot.
You deserve to get shot.
But it wasn't. That wasn't my. I mean, we spawned outside, so and they didn't tell us they moved to spawn inside. So, Josh, yes, I've been to Op 31 many times. Greg, who was just here, is the guy that runs Op 31. I'm sure he'll be back in a minute. I don't know where he went off to.
Lost him totally.
Oh, he just sent me a message. He'll be back in his PC crash. He'll be back in a minute. So I'm going to leave this up because I'm sure he's going to want to see it because it's funnier than hell. But it's, if they do changes, like that's one thing I say Lions Call's got to work better on is that they have to do better in warning us when they make changes like that.
Yeah.
Because
plus, you can't make changes on the fly either. That's another problem. You know what I mean?
So I mean, if I'd known, I would not have been there, right? But here's the other thing too. They had a briefcase of. Hold on, let me see if I can get it in picture when they open it up. Yeah, there we go. I'm actually pointing at it. That's a briefcase full of cocaine. That's in their spawn.
That was a black one, right?
Yeah.
Well, you know what the thing is? Early, I forgot what evolution was. One of the guys grabbed that black suitcase, but they said that was not in play. It was a silver suitcase. So I don't know.
Oh no! Here, I'm sure they're going to open it up in a. Yeah, look, see, he opens it up. You can see the cocaine right there.
Okay.
Hey guys, when we talk about fake prop, not real cocaine. So yeah, and the dude that's like right here, he got me good. That's why hearing that players want to. He earned that Screech Dragon patch right there. He's the one that was wearing the blue suit. But where the hell is he? Come on, Greg, hurry up. But one of the things that
what's Greg's last name?
Risi, R-I-S-I.
R-I-S-I.
Yeah. Gregory Reese. Watch this. This is why I have children. This right here. Hey, Angie. The one reason why I have
Let
children.
me send them a friend request, Papa.
Come on. I need a drink. I'll never order you sushi again.
What kind of sushi did you get?
I got a JP hand roll, fried shumai.
Ooh, that's good.
I had a spider roll with no vegetables, and they make me a custom sashimi appetizer of octopus and salmon.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So, and also miso soup. So,
you ever have a dragon tail? Those are good.
There's certain fish I don't like, and I'm not playing around. Give me iced tea. Oh, dude, last night it was great. I came home and I was talking with her because Sunday when I came home, she heard me come home and she jumped into bed, act like she was sleeping so she didn't have to help me unpack, right? So I called her on it last night when I came home and she was helping me unpack after Miami Airsoft.
Uh-huh.
And she goes, what? She goes, what the fuck? And I was like, hey, watch your language. She goes, you taught me. And I could not, I couldn't help myself. I just started fucking laughing my ass off.
You actually made her help you take your shit out?
Oh, yeah, all the time. She doesn't do anything else. I mean, it's really a way to get her out of the room and everything else and engage and all that stuff. So she gets all the stuff out, drops it on the table or not. All right, Greg, here you go. Remember I told you about that whole spawn camp thing?
Uh-huh.
He spawns outside. Then that's my bad. Huh? Yeah. Why? What'd I do now? Oh, that's fine. Joker players want no.
Yeah.
Now.
Well, I don't know why he's like, "Are you Mark?" And I'm like, "Yeah, why?" What the what am I getting blamed for now? Because there's a lot of stuff I did I didn't get caught for. Like I literally caused a cartel on cartel gunfight because I got in between two groups and I went bink and bink like that real quick and I ducked inside of a little cubby hole and they just started shooting each other. Pyro was going and all of a sudden it's like cartel. At the end of it, there was like 10 guys on each. There was like 10 guys from each side that were like dead, and I'm like,
shame on you.
Unfortunately, what do you mean shame on me? Well, Saturday. So what are the final thoughts on the whole spawn camping thing?
Mine?
Everybody.
Mine are pretty clear, I think, but
I'm on the same page with Greg.
Yeah.
When it comes to that.
Your other stuff in the microwave.
Like I would like to hear somebody's other than the fun factor, like letting people get out there and play, for the fun of it. Other than the fun factor, what's the other? What could possibly be the other reason?
The other argument was that that's what they said to me, like that caused that whole argument. I don't want to go through and find it because it'll take me 20 minutes to find it and we'll be past the discussion at that point. It's a big AO. We want everybody to be able to play in the big AO and you have one dick. And that's what they kept saying, one dick. Spawn camping us. And I was like, well, if it's one guy, you guys should be able to eliminate one guy. Run back to respawn right there. Reset your armbands and get back into the fight. You're no more than 100 feet away from spawn, And,
right. I don't see that as a valid reason to not spawn camp especially if it's only one guy. If you have other ways to get out of your spawn, then it's really not even spawn camping. You're just covering one area. There's so many reasons why it shouldn't matter.
And what they also don't realize was each day it took more than one attempt for me to get to that area.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like the Speedy Boys caught me twice in that up the red door into the dark area.
Mm-hmm.
They caught me there twice. And another guy that had that was also green, but they were wearing the green camo, which I don't think should be. Tats, what do you think about that? Should they allow green fucking camo for cartel?
No.
It should just be civvy clothes and camo, right?
Yeah, I agree. It was a lot of confusion, especially with the both sides had black on. Sometimes you couldn't see the yellow armband. It caused a lot of confusion.
Yeah, like the DEA agents that were wearing blue jeans, which it's a confusing scenario also for the other side. I'm not just saying it for our side, but for the other side too. Who gave Battery this?
I tell you what, I got to give credit to where
Wow, look at my mind in a collar shirt too.
I just saw this jackass. How did he get who gave him the stream? I didn't give him the stream.
Listen,
I tell you what.
I feel like he just stepped his game up, by the way. Look at how clean that head is. And man.
I know.
By the way, Tats, this is one of my number twos, Battery One. That's Tats.
What's up, Battery?
He is not normally that pretty either. He's really not.
I met him before. He was at Iron Fury.
Yes, I was.
Yeah, we met. Yeah.
Okay. Hey, if it's somebody that I don't think haven't met before, I try to introduce. You know, that's my job.
Absolutely, that's good. That's good etiquette.
I tell you what, Joker. During the whole weekend with all that confusion, I have to give credit where credit's due. There's one ref, John. He did a phenomenal job. He was on top of the action.
Yeah, he was.
He was everywhere I was. He was there, and he saw everything. He saw everything that went down, and who was playing fair, who wasn't playing fair. And every time he saw me, I was always killed.
And there had to have been a lot of points deducted for cheating.
That's what they said. There was points deduction,
And it's not like they have these tens of thousands point game. Theirs are 3 digits.
Yeah.
Triple digits. There was a point I was making. So there was also so the camo guys, one's in green. It was actually a really good interaction where I thought it was going to be team on team kills, and it wasn't. It was some of our guys coming in, and then I got a video of the guy getting shot up, and he wasn't calling it till the very end. Another guy had a really cool thermal scope on the side of his gun, and I want that for the area. So I got to stop multiple times doing my awesome hood rat shit. And it was really funny because the Sunday when we were playing, it was an coordinated attack to get the hostage. While you guys were coming from the outside to attack the box truck where the hostage was, I went upstairs and I took out all the guys camping the doors upstairs so you guys can make the attack on. So that was me. I got proof too.
Nice.
He always has proof.
That proof.
It was a baller move. Well, like the guys weren't believing that I got a bunch of knife kills until I put the video up in there. I was like, look what I did. 4 knife kills. Because they just they're not ready for the Joker action. They're not ready for hood rat shit. I came running up behind. It went slice. I was like, and when I sliced the first guy, I was like, because earlier in the day, those guys went, ugh. Slice the second guy. Don't say anything. You're dead. Third guy, quick shot to the side. But it was there was a crap ton though of not hit calling, and that was like the most disappointing part of it because it seemed like it was understaffed.
You know what? There was a whole big thing. There was a whole big thing about our guys as a whole, meaning our team and a couple other teams that was running with us all weekend. So basically, whoever wasn't hit calling or I don't know what anybody could say nobody was hit calling, whatever. We are all grouped as one. You know what I'm saying? So I was pulled over from the COS, so I had to address my team and I addressed everybody about the hit calling issues. So you know, it went both sides. So I just told them, the only thing I told them was, listen, guys, just try to play with integrity. You know, you question a hit, just call it. You know what I mean?
I got something for you, Tats.
Yeah.
Hold on. Oh yeah, here we go. Here we go. You're gonna love this.
Oh, that's a. He got you right here, bro. You're bounce off. Ow.
Just keep watching, guys. It gets funny.
No. Because his BB hit me. After bounce off you, it hit me.
Yeah.
Right there.
Oh, I thought you were saying, oh, I said, shoot that shit anyway. I want to shoot.
Are they arguing?
No, you can't hear it?
Barely.
Oh, hold on. I got to back this up because you guys got to hear this shit.
Yeah, because it's a little garbled on my end still.
Oh, that's a. He got you right here, bro. You're bounce off. Ow. No. Because his BB hit me. After bounce off, he hit me. Right there.
Oh,
Level 3 God armor there.
I didn't hear it.
He shot it and it went click. It didn't shoot. He test fired it. He saw that he was actually shooting, but the guy's like, shoot me. And he's like, I'm not going to shoot you.
Oh my God.
What's the matter with you? I'm not going to shoot you.
And then when I shot it, when I finally took that last shot, it ran out of ammo, my magazine, right, Mark?
No, you're out of gas is what it was, because it just went click. It didn't even go toof. It just clicked. I was like, I lost it. I started laughing my ass off.
No.
And then he admitted he did see the gun did fire. He finally admitted. And then I saw him outside. We had a laugh. That guy.
Well, the funny thing was, he got. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, battery.
No, what I was going to say was, from the experience that I've been having lately, the more refs or the more staff you have on the field, the less cheating. In other words, people are going to start calling their hits. Yeah. The last event that I went to, like for every 8 or 9 individuals, there was a ref. So there were refs scattered all over the place. This is the first event where I go where there's only 6 war crimes on one side and 8 war crimes on the other side. Single digits on each side, which was amazing. Like, I was amazed. But again, refs and staff members on the field, the more you have, the better the gameplay. Because you have an issue, I'll be like, ref, I already saw it. I got it. Don't worry.
That one was funny because that was the same guy earlier when I shot him. I came around the corner and I pre-fired and because I knew he was in there, and I shot 3 times, and then I got him in the dump pouch and then the hip, and then he shoots me, and I'm like, "Yo, bro, I hit you." He goes, "No, you didn't. You shot over here." So he's arguing with me. Unfortunately, I had the fucking camera off because I had taken the gun out and swapped guns. I forgot to turn the camera back on, and we swept in from behind, me and this one other dude, and I was like, I was so mad. It was on. I said, "I bet you $1 it's on camera." I had to rescind the bet because I then clicked the camera. I'm saving that because that's going to be I know exactly what video that is because it's the number sequence. And then all of a sudden it goes beep, beep, beep. I was like, oh, you got to be shitting me. It wasn't even on. I was so mad. I was like, You dirty. That was the second interaction. And this is when Steve was like, I'm following you, Joker. We're going to go. We're going to go. And then we came up behind that group of cartel that wasn't paying attention. We eliminated them, went upstairs. And then he's like, oh, this is the way you went. I was like, yeah, this is the way I went.
That was actually a good route, too. I have to
Admin
say.
lesson.
Mark, that was a good route. That was a good route, I have to say.
Yeah. I loved being – sorry, 1 second, Papa. I loved being in charge to direct people because the way your guys were going, it's like, follow me. I know what I'm doing. I've done this so many times so far. Just trust me. And then you're like, oh, this makes perfect sense how you got behind them because we had it wide open. There was no way that they were going to get – we could have swooped around the other way. We could have locked them all down. We could have taken everything from that spot. Go ahead, Papa. I saw you already disappeared.
You already had to go. No, I was going to say we learned that the ref what Jordy was talking about there as far as the having that many refs. We learned that lesson at the North versus South game. You definitely have to have a percentage of ref to player. There has to be a good ratio. Otherwise, those that are going to cheat, they'll try to get away with it if there's not somebody watching them. I mean that's unfortunate, but you're hoping that somebody will police themselves, and if they won't, then you got to have somebody there to do it.
Yeah, but let me tell you, this past weekend, that's all I gotta say. I even mentioned it to the COS. I said, John, what you call it? John did a great job, man. He was all over the place. He was one official that was all over the place. Now he's the only guy pretty much I saw pretty much all weekend, and we just started chatting with because I seen him so many times. I just stopped playing. I was still up. I just stopped playing. I just started chatting with him, just because I seen him so many times the whole weekend.
Yeah, he was up there. It was great when I saw him as well because he was always around.
Yes,
phenomenal
job. He did a phenomenal job.
Lion Claw needs more refs, especially at large AZOs like that. Having only 5 guys wasn't enough.
No, they need more refs like him. They need more refs like him, huh?
That too. But just like Jordy was saying, just the presence of a ref makes people call it better, which was kind of surprising when that one guy shot in the nuts didn't call it. Because who was that? John? That wasn't John. What was the other guy's name? The one that was wearing a leather jacket that I shot. Leather jacket. It wasn't Dom. Does Dom have a brother?
I'm not sure.
All right, it wasn't the Russian dude. The guy that acts like he's Russian.
Don't remember.
Yeah. Anyways,
all I saw was John. That's all I saw.
And that was actually a good push on you guys. That was a good push that you guys did on the outside to get the DEA agent.
Yeah, that was a good push.
Yeah, because I was dead. Here. I killed these guys. And there's 2 other tan guys going in there.
There was a guy in that box truck there. He killed all of us. Bastards. And nobody even think to check the box truck,
And there goes the DEA agent.
Did them running away?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. You got footage on that one, huh?
Yeah. Well,
yeah, the CO was happy when he found out we got the DEA agent, Yeah,
because this was... That's when I got taken out. So then, fast forward. That's when the DEA agent got revved up and taken out. So I took out the guys that were shooting down into that area.
Okay.
Because we were having a good conversation about it. He goes, yeah, man, we were keeping them pinned down and all that. They couldn't get in there. And I was like, well, I knew you guys were up here because my next step was to go downstairs. If that guy didn't shoot me, I was going to go right downstairs and come up underneath and take out the people that were hiding over in the canteen area and all that because I did that earlier. But Papa, next time that they have that event, you got to come with.
Yeah, I think so.
You got to do it at AO, Papa. It's a huge AO.
It looks fantastic. It really does. It looks tremendous.
And I'm glad I did not play the night game on Saturday night because if I would have played the night game, I would not have been there Sunday.
You know, remember I was telling you, Mark, we actually walked over there because actually it's the night game started, right? And they were having a briefing. So we walked over there 15 because we kept looking over to see if anybody was walking up there while they were doing briefing. There was nobody there. So we actually walked up there. We hung out there for about 15 minutes. There was literally no green there. It was just basically all tan. So they were gonna just do their own thing and do like a hostage thing for a night game. So I said, "Oh, what the hell was the fun of that then?" So we didn't even do it that night.
And it was cold as shit too. You guys are crazy for camping out.
It was 20 to 20. What is the last time I looked? It was
22.
Like 22. Yes.
It was 20 when I got there. When I got there at Saturday morning, it was 22. When I got there Sunday morning, it was 24.
Why I don't live up north anymore? Nope.
Hey,
I left Connecticut 11 years ago.
The ground was crunchy. And the messed up thing was inside the buildings, it wouldn't heat up because all the cold air was trapped inside. So like during the day, we're playing in like 30 degrees, which I didn't mind at all, you know, because I was like, ooh, I'm staying nice and cool. I hardly sweated the entire weekend. But it was a lot of fun. And then Steve got on my ass about being a lone wolf.
Oh my God. Yeah, I did get on his ass because he came to the event to run with us. I said, God damn it, Mark, I was supposed to be running with you all weekend. Where the frick are you? And then at the end, I said, God damn, it's my only chance to run with Mark, you know, finally. So I ended up running with him at the close to the end.
This was also another funny moment. Hold on. This one's funny.
I was so excited to run with Mark all weekend, too.
So this is the first night game.
I rarely saw him.
This is the first weekend, first day, first Evo, right? So that's why the lens is all fogged up because it's fucking cold, and my GoPro's like, what the hell's going on?
Oh, fuck it. This stairway right here. There's not another stairwell over here.
All right, we're looking for a server room, guys. Those catwalks were a killer because they had the high ground most of the first evolution.
Hey, make it back on set security. You can see the rough one there stepping in.
We have it to the server room, second floor. Oh shit!
Well, let's hold up here.
We'll go back out.
Game's not on yet.
We gotta go back out.
They weren't supposed to be in there yet?
No.
We got an early jump, so we had to back out again.
Lift it up.
Look who's in the lead again. Take two.
Shit.
We're good. They're both dead. They're both dead. They're two dead. Come on. Right here.
God, I really want to play there now.
Nah. Got your attention, huh, Greg?
Yeah, man, for real. It like.
Let me tell you, Greg, you would love it because this AO tested your abilities to have your head on a swivel.
Watch this.
Bro. Where?
Augie's like, that's green. I'm like, let's shoot him.
Did he say hit or shit?
I think that's a yes. And then I
shit.
So yeah, that was like the first minute. So it's like, go, go, go. Aww. Dun, 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 dun. Go. Dun, 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 dun.
Oh my gosh.
You should have been with us in the hallway when we had that massive firefight with the nades going off in there. Holy shit!
Well, all right. So to give like a sort of like how like the first night went, right? So that happened. Augie and I had to go respawn. Augie and I then come up from the backside, and I get taken out on the. I go in. I take two guys out. Then I get taken out. Augie pulls me back. Wait. Augie fucking shoots a friendly. That was hilarious as shit. It's like, that's DEA. So he shoots a friendly. We get up there, and then there's like a guy on the right. So I shoot two guys. Two guys on the right, and then I go into that room, and the guy that shot me, I then shot him in the face because that's the only thing that was sticking up. Then we had blue on blue. So the somewhat chaos of that event was beautiful for me. I loved. Even with the guys that were cheating, I didn't care that they were cheating. I really didn't because I wasn't getting nothing but good content. But I can't wait to go back.
Yeah.
And if Elk gets anything like that, oh, Greg, you got to go to that one, man.
Elkin is more open in certain areas, Mark, but there's this one building. There's a lot of CQB in. It's all office space. And if you're gonna do the night game, you definitely need nods there. It's pitch black over there.
Yeah.
If there's no moonlight.
He's got his Call of Duty nods.
There you go, Mark. Bring it.
I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna find the dude that had that. I wonder if I have it on my camera. I wonder if I have it on cam. If I could find it while we're talking, I'll pull it up. His scope that he had. It was a thermal. It was small. It was on the side because I have really good night vision to begin with. Like in a lot of those dark rooms, I could see clearly. So that's why you hardly ever see me flash my flashlight. And I don't know if you were with me when I started yelling at people for flashing from behind. I was like, "What the fuck are you doing? You're lighting me up."
By the way, we're gonna wait for next stream to see how well you can not swear.
I gotta be 13 minutes and 40 seconds. I'm pretty sure it was Evo 3. Or it was Evo 2. I'm going to try to find it. If I can find it, I need to find whatever thermal scope this guy has.
Thermal or infrared?
It was thermal. I'm pretty sure it was.
I mean, you can get a thermal scope. They start at about 1,400.
No, this one was small.
I think who makes it? I think SIG is the one that makes that, I believe. That little thermal scope you mount on your gun.
And if you want to, Yeah, but there's I think there's like an $800 FLIR. Well,
I'm listening.
no, I'm just saying that, like, I mean, thermal. The thing about thermal, I mean, it is the expense that's involved, but
Maybe it wasn't.
you know, thermal and infrared definitely two different types of play. You can defeat both. Do you really think it's going to be worth it to have thermal? I mean,
For a place like that, yes, because the only thing I would need would be to, like, when I say I have really good night vision, I can see really well in the dark without having to, even with the most littlest of ambient light. The only thing I can't see is a lot of fine detail and stuff like that. So when we were in this one area and we got hit by this guy, I knew he was up there because I saw him move up there. And the guy goes, "You got nods?" And I said, "No." He goes, "You saw me?" And I was like, "Yeah, I saw you move." And he goes, "All right, that's pretty cool because because I was up there. I was like, I just couldn't figure out where you were because I couldn't see that much detail. But it was a small infrared. Maybe I should just post up in the Elkin video or whatever, or in the PM Mill event to see if the guy is there, so I could find him. I just hope I have it on camera because that was also a badass engagement I did. But I'm not finding it. But it was small. It was not a big screen, and that's all I would need, honestly. And besides, my job is to run up and die. Your job is to be all tactical and res me up.
You know, I was going to mention that before. You were talking about, you know, when Joker's out there running and the rest of Dark Horses being tactical. You guys are talking about when you're moving and all that.
I tell you what, Greg, I did have to rescue him a few times.
Well, that's the thing. He's great at that whole piece, but without the support, and I don't know if he always mentions this piece, but without that additional support behind him,
yeah,
that doesn't work by itself. Now, mind you, sometimes the slow and tactical doesn't work by itself either. You need that body to launch up front. But,
well, I need a guy like Mark to draw the attention so I can move up.
Right. He is
right,
your
Mark?
physical embodiment of cover fire.
Yes, correct. And that's what I usually do as a squad, Greg. What I do is how I sneak up on all those other teams or wherever they are.
Mm-hmm.
I have another squad engage, draw their attention, and then I flank around. You know,
any good squad has like a Mark, and you have to have a couple of guys who you can trust. Where you're like, all right, we need to get these guys, and you look over at that one guy and you go, all right, I need you to go do your thing, and they shoot off somewhere else, and they pull a Sergeant York. They're an Audie Murphy over there acting like there's 17 guys by themselves, and once they distract, that's when you move up in force.
Yeah. I love doing that, I love engaging them when they least expect it.
Are you coming down for the next Doomsday Overwatch?
Yeah, we're planning on probably flying down there.
Okay. You guys,
so far right now is myself, Jason, and Augie. We got 3 so far. I'm pretty sure we'll probably get a couple more.
You guys run green, right?
Yeah, whatever side you guys are running, we're running with you guys.
I'm
going to be green.
I'm green CO this year.
Oh, you really?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I'm going with you then.
I had to take it. Mark knows all about this, and it was suggested. Yordi was actually one of the guys who just suggested it to me too. I was so frustrated for everything we're talking about right here. I was so frustrated. I was on green, and I watched a third of the green team not even leave. CP. They come back.
They got slaughtered, right?
What's that?
I heard the green team got slaughtered.
We got beat, and Tan still had twice as many war crimes and just so many things. It was absolutely ridiculous. But and it was so frustrating to me because I don't understand why are you there if you're not playing? You know, if you get out there and play, go play. And there were a lot of things that I saw some flaws in.
Right.
I would like to see, because I don't like being a Monday morning quarterback. I'm not an armchair quarterback.
But you know what? You're smart because you saw what was happening, what you could fix for next time.
And that is the goal. I want to make sure that I get out there and it wasn't a dig on AJ. It's nothing like that at all. It's more a matter of me seeing that, okay.
Yeah.
It's not that tan is better than green or green is better than tan. It's like at that moment, at that game, tan was better because green was worse.
Yeah.
What happens
who ran 10? Rich Cartier?
No,
Sal.
Oh, Sal was running it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So this will be.
Wait, wasn't Sal walking across your bus? You should have ran him over.
He was. Yes. No, but no. I found the scope.
That's fucking sweet.
What's the scope?
Infrared.
He's got thermal. I was wondering, how the fuck does this guy see me? Yeah. Yeah, that's fucking cool, man.
What do you have, a floor?
It's
I'm
green.
gonna go find a ref. I'm gonna go find out if this alarm we should be concerned about.
Yeah, we were playing and that fire alarm was going off. It's like, are we supposed to be playing this? And evidently a player pulled the fire alarm so he could move around.
Yeah, that cheaters. They actually cheated that way. So they could move around. Yeah, they pulled the fire alarm. We were in a huge firefight during that time in the hallway when that fire alarm was going off.
How's it saying hi to Chris?
By the way, the interesting piece about the next Overwatch is going to be, so Sal is an armor officer, right, in the Army. He's an armor officer. I was a tank commander. I was a non-commissioned officer. I was a tank commander. Back before Sal even joined the Army.
Mm-hmm.
So I think this will be very interesting, if nothing else. I'm looking forward to it. Don't say it. Don't put your stirring stick down.
Joker, I need you to take the battle bus over here. Negative, Ghost Rider. I have my own orders. This is your CO. Negative CO. I have my own orders.
I told Mark. I said, we're so old. We're going to be waiting at the bus stop for him to pick us up.
Oh my God! It was so. The second day when we were running the battle bus, right? At the start of the game, Green was so disorganized. They didn't know what to do. They didn't know where to go. They didn't do anything, and they're really putzing around with their Peters in their hand, right? So by the first hour into the Evo, we come around with the bus. All of a sudden, there's 6 guys standing there with their thumb out and they're showing off their leg. But we just got eliminated real fast because I came around the corner. The Humvee was there, and there was nothing I could do. I mean, as soon as I came, they must have saw me on the other side. They came around and they got the bus with 2 tag-ins almost immediately. I was like, there's nothing. I was like, nobody get off the bus. I'm not even stopping when we go to respawn. I'm going to drive through respawn and we're going to go right back out. So all these people were like that. And I woke up the window. I was like, I'll get you when I come back. I shut the window in a second because they realized that I'm a good tactical driver when it comes down to those technicals. I know where to drop people off to harass the shit out of the enemy. And Sal even gave me congratulations. He goes, dude, your placements were on point. He goes, you always dropped them behind enemy lines. You always got them to engage people and push us back. He goes, that's the way you need to go. And I was like, that's exactly how I go. It's like,
are you bringing the battle bug too?
To where?
To Overwatch, the next Overwatch?
Oh yeah, the battle buck, the gun truck, they'll all be there.
By the way, Steve, if ever you are a passenger in any of those vehicles and you come under fire, Mark will use you as a meat shield for cover. He will not expose himself, just so you know. I know that firsthand because I killed everybody in the battle bug and he was trying to escape and he would not expose himself was putting the other side. He's like this.
Right.
It's
So,
hold
so
on,
in
hold
other
on,
words, could
hold on.
be using a lot of meat shields?
I'm driving like this. It's like, oh shit. Bump.
Yep. He didn't. I smoked everybody else in the battle bug, and he's going like, and he would not open. He wouldn't go this way to open the window. This side. He just kept going to this side, and I'm having and these poor guys inside.
And on top of that, we found that great maneuver where the driver is the medic.
No.
So it's like, here you go. Zip.
That's so funny.
Oh, dude, it's I've gotten driving down to a technical, down to a science, right? Because honestly, it's like it's one of those things where you're out there and you know, especially if you know the AO, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's like that's money to me. Like
that's a huge plus. If you know the AO,
yeah,
that's a huge plus.
Like if we went back to Southern Comfort, right, and I would have brought the bug back to Southern Comfort, I know exactly how to drive on that freaking AO that would have messed Tan up even worse than what we did last time.
Mm-hmm.
Like positioning that, I don't know if you were there for that one where I came in with the bug, and I almost drove it into the building where that one loading dock was between the huge piles, where all those Tan came swarming in. You know where our one FOB was at the far end?
Oh, I ran right behind your bug.
Yeah,
when we infiltrated 10, they were holding that choke point.
Yeah, I was going to drive it.
Mm-hmm.
I said, "Can I go up that ramp?" He goes, "No." I was like, "Can I go straight?" He goes, "Your door cannot pass the doorway." I was like, "Okay." Yeah.
And there was a huge puddle there too, Mark.
Oh yeah, I drove.
Yeah, you drove right through. I was right behind you on that bug.
Oh, no fear. I mean, because look, you know. The reality is, like, especially for Stonebreaker, right? Stonebreaker, at least the bus is not going to be one, but all the other technicals are pretty much pyro magnets. You know, you want, and this goes to other event holders too. If you're an event holder, you want technicals there if you can, if the AO supports it, because you can sell a shit ton more pyro, because that's like one of the key ways to take out a vehicle is by throwing pyro or whatever. It's also the safest way. I don't like this idea that you can shoot the driver. I really don't. I think it's a bad play. That's the one thing I don't like about Doomsday Airsoft is that the driver's in play to get shot, and I think it's an accident waiting to happen. I told him flat out, if I'm driving the bus, I'm not in play.
By the way, I'm sorry. While I was gone, somebody jumped in on the chat and asked, has anyone ever been to Op 31 Airsoft in Florida?
Yes, and I've already addressed that I was at Op 31.
Did you? Okay, I just wanted to make sure. I was like,
I saw it.
The minute my computer crashes, that happens.
Josh says, but yeah.
Yeah, no, we talked about the driver being in play and all that before. If the driver's, there's no way, unless you put a window up or something of the sort, there's no way that the driver's not going to get shot. Now, whether or not he has to take the shot is a different story, but there's no way that if you're shooting at the vehicle, there's the chance that he's going to get hit.
Well, I will tell you right now that if Sarah's driving, her window will be up.
And I think it's the owner operator's responsibility to make sure they have a window. And the window should go up if you don't want to get shot. I think some of that comes down to what kind of damage are you willing to take. You know, there's guys that, you know, like for the Big Boss game, you know, or guys like Echo 4, it matters not to them at all for you to shoot them full auto even. They don't care. That's not their thing is that they believe in getting shot. If you don't want to wear a full face mask, put your window up, stuff like that. If you're in the vehicle, you're subject to being shot.
And that's fine, but it's more of a safety factor. Like the driver's side window should be up,
mm-hmm.
and the driver should be out of play for any event that has technical. And the reason being is, like I told Sal and them flat, or I told Doomsday flat out. I was like, I'll do it, but I'm out of play. I was like, I can't be driving an 8-ton vehicle get shot in the face, duck, because you move that steering wheel even a little bit, that bus moves.
Sure.
And he goes, that's fair enough. And I was hoping that he would catch on to the fact that drivers should not be. Now, I did, while I was driving, fully well, open up the door so a person could shoot out, and I just ducked down behind the person, right? That's going to
Yeah, but I think shooting the driver is another way to stop the vehicle.
Yeah, but if you actually have an event where you're if you have an event where you have enough tagging, you emphasize pyro. Like Doomsday's never, and this is not a critique. That's not.
You know what? To be honest with you, for when it comes to technicals, the only thing that should be shot at technicals to take out a technical is the chalk rounds, because that would be basically you can identify if it's been hit or not. When you shoot a tag round, how many times have we played at GTI or at Shelby? We overshot or something like that, or undershot, whatever. You can't tell. A lot of these guys driving, they can't tell if it's 20 feet, 10 feet. You know what I'm saying? So they just keep driving. So if you get hit, see, we played like at MSADO events where the only way to take out technical is using chalk rounds. It's clear as day. You hit a technical with a chalk round, he's down.
So is any person that gets hit by the chalk round or ain't no joke, man.
I can tell you from personal experience, getting hit in the chest with one of those things, they freaking hurt.
That's probably the heaviest hitting tagging there is.
Yeah.
No, they have another impact one that hits heavier.
It's more dense than a chalk round.
Yeah, the fate round I think is more dense than the chalk round.
Really?
The smoke probably is.
I like the fate rounds. The vellum rounds, I don't know about the vellum, the smoke one, but I think
I love how you tried to launch that one. It just went doop.
It did. You know what? That was sent to me to test out these new vellum rounds. Those are those smoke rounds.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, it didn't fit into the ML36 shell. So it was too tight. So when you shot it, it wouldn't release out of the shell. So it shot out like a dud, you know?
Watch this. We're going to get range.
That was funny, Mark.
That was also funny, too, at Guardian Center, because I was there to run with you guys at Guardian Center also. And for the most part, I tried to. But I think Steve understands better now that I'm impatient. If people are impatient in the sense of, hey, we have someplace we have to go. Why are we putzing around, joking around, grabbing each other's junk? That was what's going on over at at Guardian Center.
Hey, I got you in one of my videos, Mark. When I was going go, I was right behind you. We got into that building. As soon as we got in that building, I lost you.
Yeah, because I ran in and I knew exactly what to do. Go to the back side of the building to cover the rear door. And then I shot 5 people coming in that door. I was like, so typically I run until I hit an obstacle.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so usually like with my guys, when we go, I have I'm the slowest moving one. Like even Chris, who's bigger than me, and I don't mean that in an offensive way there, Chris, faster than me. So usually I'm behind my guys, but when we get to the spot that like on a straight sprint, when we get to a spot, I take lead because if I get taken out, they know where to look to where I got shot at. And if I get too far away, they call me back. Like Joker. And they'll say Joker and I'll just go down on a knee because I'll wait and I'll check back. But you guys weren't communicating up with me on that, which is fine. It's not a bad.
I get taken out. Augie pulls me back. Wait, no.
Are we not going to address the fact, by the way, that Steve is eating all of the Easter candy that's supposed to be for the basket later on?
I bet
you're going to let that slide or not.
The Rusty Papa, Destroyer of Worlds.
Oh my God! Talking to you guys, I'm eating
who
so
is the
much.
Rusty?
I blame you guys. Talking to you guys, making me eat. Look at this.
Sorry, I had my bowl of ice cream. I'm good.
Oh, you're good.
Yeah. Thank you, Rusty. I appreciate that. Not of all worlds, just of some.
But that's like the thing I realized. It's like when we were supposed to. I mean, also you guys are there to play. I'm there to get content. I'm there to play and have fun, but I'm also there to get content. So, like, I wanted to back in that tunnel bad, and you guys are all like, "Come on!" And then I was like, "Let's go!" And I just started going, and Steve's like, "Everybody, follow Mark."
Let me tell you, that tunnel was probably the highlight of the whole weekend.
Oh,
so
man.
many nades were going off in that tunnel.
You were there.
Okay.
You were there on the.
What's that?
You were there on the side of the building when they started trying, like when they were across the lake and they were trying to throw the grenades with the slingshot.
I don't think so.
Bulldog and Wiener were there. It was freaking hilarious because they were shooting them, and it was Alphonse and all that trying to launch grenades and crap at us. And I'm like, I was like, this is like, come on, and they were launching, get about halfway across and explode before you got the full length. Oh,
Steve, have you ever played down at Fort Hood?
No. I would love to play there.
We played at Starburst twice. Not this past year before and year before that. And underneath, there's underground tunnels that are round, like complete no flat bottom. It's like tubes, and they're only about 4 feet, right?
Oh, perfect for you.
Listen, fat ass. For me, was not that bad because I literally I could punch and kind of squat a little, and I could move right through. But as you're going through, they're so long that you do get to a point, pitch black, like dead on, and you see all the way down the end just this tiny little dot of light, and that's where you're headed, you know. And you get to a point where you're like, this shit feels kind of real. Like, I don't know if I like this anymore.
You're like a tunnel rat, right?
Yeah, it was. We went through that, and it went from one building all the way down and around to a whole nother building.
Wow.
Again, and then we actually went back down and engaged inside the tunnel. That's a tough engagement because it's not like, you know, you have this much room right here. Yeah. So it's aim for the center and hope you hit someone before they hit you. And it was
it's basically a death trap in those things.
Yeah, make it all the way through or be killed. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
I can see myself doing this right now. This fucking sucks. This fucking sucks. This fucking
And it was so long that by the time you got to the point where you're like, man, this really sucks, you're in the middle. Like you can't like turn back because it's just this far now, or you just got to keep on going. There was and you're like, this is, and you couldn't crawl. You know, you had to just punch down and do a squat run.
Now, was there water down those tunnels?
In some areas there was, you know, just a tiny little strip, which is why obviously laying down flat was sort of out of it, unless you didn't mind getting that. But
I would like to play over there at Fort Hood.
They were pretty dry. It was a little bit of condensation or whatever that come down.
I've played at a lot of interesting AOs in my time of playing. We played like from insane asylums, you know, abandoned hospitals, to these type of AOs down we just went to. But Fort Hood, I would like to try out.
It's a lot of. I mean, that's my alma mater anyhow. Though that I was stationed there for 6.5 years, and so going back was pretty cool. But
yeah, because the rat is just barely shorter than Papa.
Here we go. Really, what you want to do?
There was one AO. I think it was actually a Guardian Center. There was like one spot where I was sitting there and I was dead, and they're shooting at the guys behind me, and I was like this with my back towards the things. I'm getting shot in the back and all that. They each guy's was like, I was like medic, and they come up and they start medicing me, and all of a sudden they start getting shot at. So the guy puts his gun right here. He's like, it's okay. I was like, go for it. You know, it's not a matter of, you know, like ordering them to do it. It's like you have to give them permission to put their gun on you. So he starts shooting me off this one shoulder, and the width is only about that much. So I'm taking up the entire thing. He's shooting from my shoulder. The other guy is shooting, then comes up and puts his gun on the other shoulder. So I got two guns going off side by side, and I'm just doing this number like that. And I was like, I'm like, and I went like that so I could cover up the neck because they're shooting. I mean, they were just, It was freaking hilarious because they got like 4 or 5 kills off of it. They met me up and we went along. And as we walked by, they go, "That was kind of fucked up." I was like, I was a meat shield. That was my back. I had to use people for cover. And then just as he says it, just as I say that, all of a sudden a door kicks open and the guys come rushing in. I dropped down behind them and started shooting. It wasn't intentional. Like I'm going to use you for cover. It was just a matter of the door kicked open and your instinct is to go down and shoot, and that's exactly what I did. So, but no, that I cannot wait because September, Steve, is when they're supposed to be going back to that.
September.
Okay.
Is that the timeline that they put out already?
Oh wait, I guess I shouldn't have said that. He's trying to get them to solidify a date, but he said fall, and I said please don't let it be the first weekend of October because that's Fold the Gap. Which, by the way, Steve, you need to go to Fold the Gap if you haven't.
That reminds Fold the Gap reminds me like something that we have up here up north.
Have you played the AO yet?
No, it reminds me of like a Bad Blood. That's like a huge TDM game, locals and all that stuff. You know.
Oh, the field is pretty. It's really interesting because it's got like Alpha. Their Alpha base is like a sunken. It looks like a Vietnam fire base.
Yeah.
Even with the towers and everything else, it's actually it was a decent event. I mean, we're obviously going to bring our technicals up there, so because that's a very the battle bug will do well there. I'll have to talk to him about the battle bus and all that stuff, so we can get special permissions and shit for that. But I'm doing Bad Blood again because I love that AO.
I was never in with Bad Blood. It's I don't know.
Yeah, I'm Marxist. My job is to run up and die. Got it. What else are we doing? So we're definitely going to do I'm doing Elkin. So I'm going to try to bring as many guys as I can with me to Elkin. Which, if my guys come and your guys are there, you want to talk about a recon squad.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
That's the Joker. Go for Joker. What are you doing right now? Why? Because Cartel is really pissed off right now. Like really pissed off. They're throwing grenades into the fucking spawn. They're so pissed off. Nothing.
See, that's one thing I love is coordinated like attacks and stuff like that. There's nothing more prettier to see than something coordinated. You know what I mean?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, one of the things I love to do is when
we were trying to get a coordinated attack at the Sunday with the other side of the yeah, because they couldn't get in touch with the CO, so we were just sitting there holding down what was it? Was it the basement or something? It was the basement, that tunnel area there where you guys was running that dump truck.
Yeah, because me and one other dude, we cleared out from the top. We came down there. We cleared everybody out. And then as I'm back there, Boxer was back there, like, and all that. And I come up from behind him. I shoot them all. And then all of a sudden I'm being shot up by D. I was like, I'm D fucking egg. Let's go. That's when we linked up again. And they're like,
we couldn't move until we got the okay to push from the CO.
Well, I didn't hear anybody on comms because that's when I switched the gun out. And I came from the top down and I cleared out everybody who was down there. And I was like, let's go. And then people are still shooting at me. I was like,
yeah, I wasn't on squad. I was on command net. So
yeah, I could not reach anybody on squad almost all weekend. Like the few times that people actually responded, I was being a smartass. I was like, I need a medic. They go, where are you? In the enemy spawn. Because I was also doing it to piss off the enemy. And they're like, we can't help you. I know. I was like, what do you want me to do? But if we go to Elkin, then one of the key things that we try to do real quick is learn all those quick ways to get behind the enemy. Because we are that harassing force. And if I only had 2 or 3 guys with me the entire weekend, I only respawned Friday night twice total. Technically, the first one I just died, so we walked back, and then after that, I only respawned a second time. That was it for the entire night op. But I'm looking forward to it, man. Elkin's gonna be a blast, and Stonebreaker's gonna be awesome. Although Stonebreaker, we're gonna be traders a lot. Each Evo, the bus switching sides. So that helps.
We won't make Stonebreaker. We won't be there for that one.
Well, it's one of those things too that we might have to skip Iron Fury if it's back at GTI again, because that's like a once a year type AO for now. If that'll be 4 times me hitting GTI. What is it? 4 times within 1 year.
Yeah, that's the reason why we're not returning back to GTI. We've done this so many times there already. You know what I mean? So we just need a little break from it, from GTI. The last one, Dune Iron Fury, to me it was more of a drag until the final day. That's when we really had fun.
What side were you on, green or tan?
We were soft. We were tan. Okay,
yeah. Well, we had some problems with Iron Fury.
Oh my God, it was so funny. Our last objective, we had to take the control room. So we were on a balcony. Oh my God, I shot this tag out, and I went to hit the technical. The thing, I shot a fleet round. It's a timer, right?
Yeah.
By the time I hit the truck, it blew up in front of one of the refs' face.
Wait, my truck? My tan truck?
No, it was
the taco
one
truck?
of the technicals that was dropping off the enemies at one of the doors.
It had to be the taco truck.
Yeah, and then they couldn't get in the building, and then next thing you know, Sal is walking them into the building, giving them a chance to get in the building and fight.
Yeah, there was a lot of arguments that were going on because we saw it firsthand, with the technicals and all that there's a lot of guys on tan that were just not calling hits. And here's the way I feel when it comes to stuff like that, right? If you're in the lead and you are winning, there is zero reason to fucking cheat. Zero. There's no reason.
Absolutely.
There's almost like a thing that you said for justification for people getting in the cheating mentality because they're being dominated, because shit's going bad. People aren't, the other side's cheating, so they're cheating. It's not justifiable, but if you are in the lead and you are cheating, it just nullifies your lead. It nullifies your win. It's not a good thing at all. And there was so much of that I saw that was blatant. Like there was one point where I jumped out of the battle bug screaming because we had a blind man going on, and all these tan are moving across the field. I was like, blind man. I was about to say light him up from my LMG guy. I was like, I don't give a shit if we're dead. But then I held it in check, and the next thing you know, the admin comes over. I was like, you see all that shit? He goes, yeah, they've been docked points. I was like, yeah, but now they're in position on the outside of the gate, stopping us from getting inside the gate. And by the way, Sal, where are all the respawn points? Oh, you can respawn at Special Forces side. We can. That's news to me because I would have been able to come, and I did. I came out with the battle bug and effectively got rid of those campers that were right there. It took 2 pushes with the battle bug for them to get out, but once we found out about it, it's a different story. And then the night game is where we really crushed you guys. And when I mean Yordi and I. We took 4 objectives by ourselves.
What day was that? Friday? Saturday night.
Saturday night, yeah. Because there was even Saturday night there was shenanigans. So the cool thing about the battle bug is that you're so elevated, right? You get a wider field of the play area.
Uh-huh.
So we come through knowing it's a feint. We had all the vehicles going through this one gate. So then that way everybody thought that we're making this big push over here when really all the foot troops were coming around the other side to get in. Well, as we're pulling up to the gate, I'm on the gun. I shoot these 2 guys sitting off to the side. They don't call nothing. Next thing you know, we get hit with a grenade. We get hit with a grenade round. And I was like, okay, cool. We're dead. We're sitting there. We refused to move the bug, which blocked the enemy technical from going through our gate and blocking it off.
Right.
So once we moved and we respawned, they then tried to come up, and then as soon as we backed out of the way, they got shot and hit. So we came right back, and this time I threw a grenade right between these 2 assholes that were sitting there, and I was shooting him, and then we got hit with the from the dead technical. Cool, whatever. We're dead. We're not moving again. But as we're counting down, these guys were still there shooting at our teammates. And I asked the ref, I was like, "You saw that?" He goes, "Yeah, I saw it." And then like 4 minutes in, or I think it was like a 5-minute bleed out or 3-minute bleed out. Regardless, we're really close to our bleed out. I'm like, this is like, I see Yordi with his tracer shooting at this guy, right? I was like, Yordi, 5 feet to the left, 5 feet to the left, 2 feet down. Hit. 5 feet to the left. He goes, I can't. The bug's in the way. I was like, what's our time, Cooper? He goes, we can respawn. I was like, let's go. So I spun the chair around so I could watch. I was like, all right, now 5 feet to the left, 5 feet to the left, 2 feet down. Hit. And I jumped off the bug for the respawn, and then Yordi and I went through the buildings and all that. And it just goes to show that being too tactical slows it down, because as soon as we got off the bug, just Yordi and I, we took, I guess that was Mary, that was at that back corner, the refinery building in the very far back. We took that one because there was nobody there. And then we went up to where the pipe yard was. And
wait, I think Wiener and Rob had that backside. They were covering that backside.
They weren't out there. Not a Friday night.
Oh, Friday night. Okay.
Or Saturday night. The night game, they weren't over there. I can tell you right now, the guys that were there were all kids that I never saw, that I didn't know or saw before. Because I swear to God, if it was one of them two cheating, I would have fucking laid into them because I got all that shit on camera.
Yeah, because I know Saturday night we were all in the building the whole time.
Yeah, well, then when we went to that remember that far building that was closest to your guys' spawn, whatever that refinery, where the kill house is, right?
Yep.
They had one objective there. We flipped that one. Then we went to the pipe yard, and there's literally 30 green stacked up underneath the door in the windows there, trying to take out 2 dudes in that room. Everybody else in there was dead. I look over, and I see the tiki torch, and I see the admin just looking at it, like looking at the objective, and I was like, wait a second. I walk up and I slide the objective over. He goes, good job. So then I walk around the backside. All these other guys are like going all this tactical stuff. I'm walking around the backside of the building. Come in. I take the guy out. We then go around the front side of the building. They're all being tactical and shit. I was like, guys, stop being fucking tactical and just move. It's pitch fucking black. The likelihood of seeing us in the fucking dark with no lights against these buildings is slim to none. Fucking move. Yeah, Nathan Lord was like, he goes, you're nuts. I was like, because like, you know where that little one singular white shack is at GTI right by the road between the 2 main buildings?
A little shack?
It's like a little single door shack that's right by the bus that they usually have out there.
I'm trying to remember.
Like when you go up.
I don't remember. A little shack? Oh, yeah. Yes.
So
there was like a shed. It looks like a shed.
Yeah. There was a kid that was hiding behind it, right? All of a sudden he flashes us. And then here's Nathan trying to negotiate his way into the building. He goes, look, man, we want to get inside and shoot people just like you do. How about you let you pass? As he's saying that, here's me going straight across the field at it. So when he comes around the side, I shoot at him. And then he goes to shoot me with his pistol. I already cooked off a grenade and threw it. And he starts shooting his pistol's out of ammo. And I was like, he's just standing there looking at the grenade explode at his feet. And I was like, I go walking back. Nathan goes, you're fucking nuts. I was like, he's dead, ain't he? Let's go. So, yeah. But I'm looking forward to the next one, man. I enjoy hanging out with you guys. Are you guys going to camp for Elkin, or are you guys going to take hotel it?
We're going to camp. We like to party after. You know us, Mark. We like to have a good time. You know, Mark?
Papa, you coming with me?
To which one? Elkin,
North Carolina. It's the weekend after Big Boss game.
We don't have it in the Big Boss game schedule.
I mean, it's Big Boss game. North or South?
Come on now, you know the answer to that. What, you trying to put me on the spot? Is that what it is? To think that I'll might cave to that? Do I look like someone who gives in to peer pressure?
Peer pressure. I was just gonna say that. Peer pressure.
First of all, I have a Jewish grandmother, so there's no way your guilt's gonna get me. All right, that's just not gonna happen. Right?
Am I guilting you right now? Hey, stream. There's 7 people that are watching. Am I guilting him right now? or am I just trying to entice him to come to? Because how many more times do you think he's going to have Elkin? Because that's another mill that's going to be up and running again soon, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Yep.
Limited Azos.
Let me tell you, I really like Elkin. I actually like Elkin better than the Mayhem Mill.
Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it.
April.
It's April 15th.
16th and 18th.
Yeah, 16th. Well, 15th we leave.
Oh, that's true.
I'll even pick you up. Oh, I'll take an hour and a half out of my way to grab you on my way up.
Hour and a half out of your stop it.
Yeah, did you get the okay for the battle
actually,
bug, Mark?
No, because there's nothing. I reached out to him. He said there's no things on that. Because what actually would have been perfect was that I don't know the AO that well, so I can't tell you like how big it was. But I was like,
that's true, because there's not a lot of really open field to drive through there. He's right there. They're right.
It's in North Carolina?
Yep, it's in North Carolina. So here, I'll even give you the time frame it'll take for you to be in a car.
Why are you driving that?
Because it's easy.
That's
10 hours.
For you.
This is why I'm the driver.
Technically, for me, it should be 12, but
true. Add 2 hours for stops and stuff like that.
No, I said it right the first time, Steve. Trust me.
Yeah, well, no, for him, no. That is the 2 hours for stops. Normal people, at normal people speeding, like doing 75, 80, that's a 12-hour. I've made the trip more than once from here to Connecticut and back. That's a 24-hour trip. North Carolina's in between.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yeah,
So Mark's got to have
them because that's gonna make the difference. There's only one thing that makes the difference. You ready?
Carrie.
Hey, babe. I was thinking if I could. So I know it's our weekend, but that's right there. That's the conversation, right? And if I get no, that's fine. I'll go. If I get fine. I'm not going. All right. It's that easy. Remember, we don't live together yet, so she doesn't get sick of me.
So
I don't see her enough here to get sick of me.
That's where you do the smart thing and just go over there during the week and be like, "Hey, babe, here's dinner. Hi, honey."
I actually have started doing that because she's so busy that I make dinner and I go over there and I make dinner and I eat. But wait, no, don't throw your hands up. No.
Hey,
how many guns did you give Yordi? How many guns did you give Yordi today?
Two. I gave him 2 fucking guns plus all of your guns to give them back to you. Yeah,
you gave him 2 of your guns on top of guns that I've already done and still have here to do. Yeah. So no.
One of them is back because of an honest mistake that wasn't even my fault.
please, by all means, tell me about the time that I have during the week to go over there.
Hold on, wait. I fixed one. See, it selects now. Look, it selects now.
There goes that blue thing.
Here's how he fixed it. He used it properly.
No, look. Oh, now it moves.
He fixed it. Yeah, so by the way, Steve, just so you know, when the website's up, we're actually revamping everything because at Overwatch is when we released the line of guns. We let everybody know it's coming out. We have the Vinny, VD, Vici, Veritas, the Indestructible.
Go ahead.
What?
No, keep going.
So it's there's the Vini is our SMG. VD is it's based off of the M110. We might cut that over to a 417 instead, but it's a DMR and it runs a 13 CI in stock tank. And it actually runs the Redline Milsim, Redline N7 Milsim engine. The Vici is the AEG Mark 18. Then Veritas you saw, which is the sniper. And that by the way will change the game completely. It shoots consistently. It shoots at 3.45 joules. It'll push a 0.5 gram BB a little over 400 feet.
Yeah, that's a heavy BB.
Yeah. So you don't have to use that heavy of a BB, but that's because of the D-hop barrel that's in it. So I don't know if Mark talked to you at all about the D-hops.
Yeah, that's what I was telling. Yes, I did. You just didn't pay
I don't
attention.
remember.
So that wire is what disconnected off of it.
That's a G&G.
Yeah, this is the PCC9. Remember when Jason said my new PCC9 wasn't working?
Oh.
It's just needs to be reattached down there in the hole.
Yeah, then there's the Indestructible and also the Spectre, which you saw.
Yeah, the Spectre, that was that red one. The black and red one that was like silent that I let you play with, Tats.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So that's all. That's our line of guns across the board right now.
Okay.
And
yeah, Augie really liked the Indio.
He did. He actually did.
And the reason why it's blue is obviously it's for the players wanted, but the idea behind the Indestructible is it's very customizable. You can interchange colors. You can have it all one color, and you can also change lengths as well. So there's different barrel lengths for it. So any of those things make it give you that variance to make it make it your own. It was really a fun gun to build, and the key was really is the internal still though.
Yeah, everything I own is all Polar Star, and I do have a GBLS.
Really, you do? What do you think about that?
I'm waiting for the a lighter trigger to come out because I still have the heavier trigger.
Mm-hmm.
It's a fun gun for if you like mostly like the realism.
Yeah.
Yeah. It has like a little nice little kick like a 22,
Yep.
So it's pretty cool. They came out with a 416, which is really nice.
Really?
Yeah, they came out with a 416. Yep.
See that's a lot of the guys are running the LM4s for that factor to get that realism, that blowback, that kick factor. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Indio was also made blue so you would catch your eye out on like the indoor fields and all that. So it was a marketing technique that we did.
Yeah.
Ooh, what's that?
Not me. My first impression was, there you go, Mark the speedballer.
That's fine because I mean, one of the things that he was going to do was to build one that was a black and red one, black with red highlights.
Yeah,
that would have caught your attention a lot better, just like this. Just like that red blooded Black Spectre did.
Actually,
the black is a nice color combo. The black and red is really nice.
That was the first Indestructible that was ever first production Indestructible that was ever sold was the black and red one. I actually built it. I made one. Everything inside the black was red, so there was even a red outer barrel.
I tell you what, Greg, I thought it was just a little heavy because everything looks skeleton, but it's so heavy.
It's that much longer barrel though. Yeah. That's where it boils down to, and that's the only reason why we had that is because we were getting ready for. I was going on the trifecta.
Yep.
Doing three fields in 3 days in 3 states. So that's why I do like a trifecta run. And we needed it, and that's the only barrel that he had in blue. So I was like, throw it on there. But I felt the other one, and it feels much more weighted and much more balanced.
Yeah.
Shoots now, like since I got it back from you, it shoots like 325 feet. In that building, it was devastating.
And those guns are never over. They're never over some dual limits. 1.55 max.
Usually, I was test firing it. It had a good snap to it. I was telling Mark had a good snap to it, and what's it called, when we were set up camp, and I was hitting this this placard on a fence further back. It was actually hitting. It got pretty good range on it too. Just had to adjust this hop. That's about it.
Yeah, that's because I'm used to running 3.2s, and the only thing that I can get from HPA was 3s.
Yeah, I spoke to Dan about the HPA BBs. He's been short. Yeah,
I know, because I usually run. Yeah, because for that event, the only thing I was running was tracers. I wasn't running anything else. There was no reason to run white. I was like, tracers for days, and that's what we did. So,
whenever you're ready, by the way, for a you guys looking for inner barrels, let me know. We guarantee our D-Hop barrel against every other patched barrel on the market. If you find a better patched barrel, I'll buy it. Right? I've had one person, and I probably shouldn't admit this. This is where Mark gets mad at me. One person returned it, and the only reason they returned it was because they bought it at Overwatch, and I didn't have a bucking for them. So we found another bucking that wasn't the right one.
Right.
They're right. We couldn't get it in his gun properly. He wasn't happy. So I immediately gave him his money back. That's the only complaint. And that's not even a real complaint. That's the only complaint we've ever had. But I still will guarantee my barrel, the D-Hop patch, over every other patch barrel on the market.
Is your barrels that you use stainless steel or brass?
Stainless. We actually use. We're looking at maybe sourcing another company. I'd rather not. It's just because everybody's so hard to get a barrel right now. I mean, they're so understocked. It's crazy. But we use Angel Custom barrels. You
use Angel Customs, huh?
Yep.
Oh my God! I used last time I used the Angel Custom. Oh my God! It had to be at least about 6-7 years ago.
They really make a phenomenal barrel. Between
it's got nice weight to their barrel.
Yeah, that was for me was the key, because like for example, like the like Mad Bull barrels or even ZCIs, they're that almost a composite feel. You know, they're very, very light and soft.
Yeah. And
you get more vibration out of something like that, right? You won't necessarily bend, but if you've got like the Indio is shooting 1.5, 1.52, I think is what it's at. And that piston's hitting, and you're getting if you're getting micro vibration through the barrel, it's going to affect the spin of the BB. So
it makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
We put a lot. I mean, I spent a long time working on a compound to make that patch the way it is.
See, right now, all my guns, I either use Orga barrels, because it's good for HPA. I've been using Orga barrels for years, and the Python, the Mad Bull.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So what size Orga are you using?
I use a wide bore.
Yeah, like a 610. What are you using?
What the heck was it? I think it was a 6.3. When they first came out, when Orgas first came out. Yeah, I was using it. It's supposed to cushion the BB when it's traveling down the barrel, and so basically, you have no resistance. It doesn't, ride along the side of the rail.
It actually rides on a pocket of air.
Right.
So that was one of the things that I wanted to overcome with the D-Hop barrel, because what ends up happening, especially with HPA, you can control it better because you can raise your dwell and you really form that pocket.
Do you crown your barrels too? I always crown my barrels.
I don't change the crown that comes with them.
Okay.
Some people put like a 3-step crown.
I crown it. Yeah.
I don't change the crown that comes with them because Angel Custom crown is from my experience thus far. Angel Custom crowns work just right. The key behind what we've done is that the patch itself is flexible enough that it actually can micro adjust, just to get your hop right. It's viscous enough. It's got enough viscosity that the lightest of touches is like you're almost like grabbing the BB. So there's no turbulence at all. When the BB hits, it's not bouncing underneath it. It's barely dragging, barely dragging. And so you're getting no turbulence. with a maximum amount of backspin. And that's the key. So, and Mark will tell you this also, like at Overwatch, did you go to this last Overwatch?
No.
Okay, so super windy, super windy, right? And I'm standing next to guys who are shooting guns that that aren't using D-hop barrels. They're using either other patch barrels or non-patch barrels, but they're shooting at higher FPS, and they're hitting the wind, and they're going off,
taking off. Yeah,
I'm shooting at a lower FPS, same exact place they're shooting at, and I'm cutting through the wind because that backspin is so great that it's creating its own pocket of air. It's actually pushing its way through, not because there's so much FPS, because it's actually creating that resistance. So it was traveling further through the wind than the other.
Yeah, the bastard was shooting me from like 300 feet away from an elevated position so hard it broke the plastic on the battle bug door, and dented the damn door. Fuck you.
Listen, I don't break any rules. All of my guns are set exactly where they're supposed to be.
Let me ask you, Greg, how do they work in HPA guns?
Beautifully. That's what my Spectre has in it.
Oh, okay.
Yep. The only gun I can't patch right now is a gas blowback. We haven't designed anything to fit the open window.
Okay.
The patch itself, it whether AEG or HPA, either way, and so Yordi, I love Yordi telling the story because he gets so mad. He gets so mad. So Assault gave me his gun. He has a Crytek, and I cleaned it up a little and put a D-hop barrel in there for him, right? Put a D-hop, and they go to Overwatch. They're playing together, and Yordi's got an SSG 10.
No, SSG 24.
SSG 24
with the heavier spring in it.
Yeah, so he's loaded for bear, right? He's can't get it. Mike using a Crytek, so he's 1.55, right? HPA walks up, he goes, "Hang on, let me take a shot." Got him. Outranged the SSG 24.
Really?
Yeah.
Strictly because of the barrel. And
Yordi gets so butthurt each time that this subject comes up.
And what was the length of that barrel that you were using?
In Mike's, I think, was a 363.
363?
Yep. It might have been a 370 because I think he's an LVOA, so it might have been a 370.
Okay.
But so, and again, like the Veritas that I was talking about, that Veritas uses a shorter barrel because it's a stubby ASO2. You know, it's the Striker, right? And so it's only using a 363 barrel, and that's the one that's shooting a 0.5 gram over 400 feet. You know, so, and that's HPA. But it's HPA conversion, and it's running the Redline N7 millisieverts.
Okay.
So, yeah, the barrel truly makes a difference. I mean, everything else, you have to have everything else balanced as well. But what we really ended up finding was controlling the BB as soon as energy is released, controlling the BB. If you can do that, that's the game. Because even if you're shooting like an SMG, I mean, my 9mm is 1.1. I got to drop it down a little bit more just to make it true SMG.
Yeah.
1.1, and I outrange all day. I outrange, M4 like it's nothing. I mean, that's.
Yeah, I also have the Kythera. I didn't install that yet. The Kythera.
Mm-hmm.
That's the mechanical version from Polestar.
Yep.
I wonder how that's going to work with your barrel, with the vibration. Again, you were talking about vibration.
That's where Mike from Assault and Battery Airsoft used.
Yeah. So the Kythera is the reason why I use the Redline N7 Milsim, which it's mechanical pneumatic. It's actually got there's less tuning that has to go into it. So the Kythera takes a little bit more tuning, a little more fiddling.
Yeah.
And the red line was, to me, more personal than anything else. I liked it better. Not that, I mean, in the end, HPA engines nowadays almost all equal once they're tuned right. You know, like they release air. But as far as that, so that's what's in the Vici gun, which runs the 13CI tank. I can grab it and show you what it looks like. But that's got a custom gearbox inside. We designed custom gearboxes for all these. They're drop-in kits. The barrel itself, like I said, I can put it in anything with non-gas blowback. Anything that takes an AEG style barrel, so a closed window.
Okay.
Can go into anything, and you'll see an immediate. What we've seen from based off of factory, if you go from factory barrel to a D-hop barrel.
So what's your combination you use with the barrel? What hop do you use?
I offer either the ProWin Ditec or Ditec ProWin, Ditec ProWin, or a Max Pro.
Okay, Max hop up.
Yeah. So either one of those, depending on which one, it depends on which gun you have. We have found that the Max Pros don't work in pistol caliber guns, so 45s and 9mm, they just don't work in them.
Okay.
So like Joker's PCC9s, things like that, it just doesn't. They just don't work. So we'll go with Pro and Ditec. Really, the only difference between the two, the Max Pro is an incredibly over-engineered hop-up unit. It's so precise, and the readings are so down to the micron, and they're very, very well done. But it's almost to the point of unnecessary.
You don't have enough play.
Yeah,
there's
no
so fine, right?
Yeah, when you get it, it's there. So
yeah.
Whereas the Ditec Pro Wings, to look at them, you're like, oh, all right, it's a piece of metal with a wheel.
I've been using Pro Win for years, and they're just reliable. Pro Wins are just they're just
They
reliable.
fell out for a couple of years, and then when Ditec picked them up, they brought them right back up. They brought it back to their glory, and they work great. I got no. The only reason I carry, two reasons I carry the Max. One reason is right there, because he told me to.
That handsome guy right there.
To sell them better, so I carried some of them. That's one reason, and the other reason is because some people like them. Some people.
Because that guy over there. No,
yeah. But yeah, I mean, so. When the pieces that I put together in all my guns, I've seen some people go, "Why would you choose that?" Like when I tell them they're Angel custom barrels. Look, every airsoft, if you've been doing this 5 years or more, probably even less than that, but 5 years or more, you have an opinion about a company.
Mm-hmm.
You definitely do. Like some you love, some you hate, and all that. I've used SHS gears and never had a problem with it.
They're actually reliable gears, so SHS.
Now I'm using their upper lever gear set. That's called the Super Shooter set, and those are the ones I was talking about before. They're fantastic. They really are incredibly smooth gear set. They're
very affordable too. They're not expensive like Siege Tech. That's the reason why a lot of people are running SHS now gears. Because it's very affordable and reliable too.
Now, if you're looking to do like a super strenuous build, if you're trying to go 45 rounds per second, you need to go Siege Tech. You have to, and everything you have has to be some kind of forged. Has to be, you can't cheap out on any of that. Otherwise,
like your market is gone.
You do all that. So I mean, everything I use, I actually prefer all aluminum pistons. They're ported. But I prefer an all aluminum piston versus a plastic piston, like a polymer with metal teeth, because metal on plastic, one's going to give before the other. I used to have a Land Rover Discovery, and it has a cast block with aluminum head, and once that overheats, the aluminum head doesn't go back into place. Right? The block stays the same, the head melts. Same thing with if you've got metal on plastic, one's going to give before the other.
Absolutely.
Metal, you know, so
Yeah.
yes, it weighs a little bit more, but if your build is right, then you're not losing much.
Oh, absolutely. Totally agree.
So all of my compression parts are double O-ring. So the nozzle is a double O-ring, the cylinder head's double O-ring, piston head's double O-ring, to make sure. My gearboxes are completely they're actually washed, and then I use for the metal on metal a light film. So if you get one of my gearboxes, you take it apart immediately, you'll see it's a very, very light film of white lithium.
Mm-hmm.
And then and that's on everything that's metal on metal. Very light film of white lithium. No drag on the gears at all.
The key to a perfect build, you got to get the shimming down pat.
Yep.
A lot of people skip that. They you know what I mean?
Yep.
Shimming is key.
It's the best way. It's like the best way to talk to everybody about it. They go, so what's all the technicals? Is like, I don't know and I don't care. The only thing I know is it goes pew pew far, fast and hard. What does it put in it? I don't fucking know. I don't care because it goes pew pew fast and hard. That's all you should care about.
That's true. That's so true.
It took me a while to figure that out. When I was
gotta go pick up my wife from work.
All right. Yeah, well, we're going to end up soon anyway. So, but
it's
Steve,
been great chatting with you guys.
I know, right? You've been in here from the start, so I can't wait to see you at Elkin, brother.
Yes, we gotta get Greg out there with us. We're gonna have a ball.
I know, right? Come on, Greg.
We're gonna have a ball, Greg.
I'll pick you up
so much.
We'll stay. Hey, Greg, we're gonna be bougie boys, and we're gonna go stay in a fucking hotel, okay?
My guys will have you in stitches laughing.
Oh, that is without a doubt.
Mark will tell you. Mark will tell you about my guys.
Hey, you know what? Augie will get a huge amount of self-confidence because there's going to be somebody shorter than him there.
Why is he little?
I'll send you a picture later. It's fucking hilarious.
All right, guys. I'll see you later. Take care, guys.
Take it easy, Steve. Thanks, bud.
Great chatting with you guys.
And with that, guys, it is now 10 o'clock. Good night, Steve. We appreciate you coming out from Dark Horse 6. Tats from Dark Horse 6. And we are at 3 hours into our live stream, so we're going to go ahead and end stuff here real soon. I think I see what the problem is. For some reason, my computer is 2 minutes off on time.
Really?
Yeah, because my phone says it's 10 o'clock, but my computer says it's 9:59 now. So in the live stream,
I'm showing 10 o'clock across the board. Yeah.
Yeah. So, interesting. So, guys, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and end the stream.
Hang on, wait. Did you not highlight Blade Shadow's comment? Damn you.
I was flashing all sorts of comments. That one?
Oh, we're talking, man. That's a great comment. That's a great comment.
Yes, it is. He's such a suck-up, isn't he? That's his. Can I play for free on Saturday?
No. But thanks for asking, please.
So to give some rundowns of the stuff that as we go to end this up, because we're at the 2-minute mark now. This weekend, Saturday, is Op 31 is having their game day. So come on out, guys, if you want to check out some of the guns and some of the stuff we're talking about. You want to see the little man himself or the big man himself, just come on out, say hi. We'll be out there at Op 31. I'll get there sometime around 9:59.59 seconds ish. So after that, our next big event is going to be Stonebreaker. After that, we're going to be doing the Firestorm in Elkin, North Carolina, which is a Line Claw event. The very weekend, or 2 weekends after, is going to be Mini Milsim 3, which we're bringing out the Battle Bus. The Battle Bus is a technical that's going to be out there for Mini Milsim 3. So, guys, if you have not got your tickets for that, go ahead and do that. And evidently, this stream has been brought to you by the D-Hop Barrel.
Reach beyond your competition.
I do need to talk about his SMG line. Interesting. Yep.
That's the only one we didn't. That's the only one we didn't bring out during Overwatch.
the speed sim as it is. So guys, thank you very much for tuning in. We really do appreciate it. I am Joker for Players Wanted. Next to me is the man, the myth, the legend, the man of the smallest stature but the biggest heart, Greg Paparazzi from Dead End Outfitters. And
Thank you,
until
gentlemen.
next time, we'll see you out on the field. Good night.